I used my own hops, so I have no clue what the hell the alpha acids were.
Right.
So I just,
Doesn't need to be too boozy though. I mean, too hoppy though. I mean, what are you shooting for? Like 20 IBUs at tops?
So I took like the average Centennial, cut 2% off, and went with it. I aimed for 30 IBUs, but it doesn't taste like 30 at all. Probably more like 20.
That's pretty boozy, or that's pretty hoppy. 30 IBUs. That's like pale ale vibes. Light pale ale vibes. Are we live already?
Yeah, let me.
I think we're live. What's going on, everybody? It's been a minute, man. We tried to ship these guys out some beers. Nick got his in Pittsburgh. I just got the update finally that all y'all's beers are still in Austin. So they took their sweet ass time because usually, dude, the USPS prices went up, and these guys are like a day later now, man.
Yeah. Yeah, even the one
Trump's
that
fault. Or
Nick sent me, I was surprised. It was, I don't know about yours, but it was in a really tiny box, and it was still like almost $14.
I got bad news, man. I cut into one of those beers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'll tell him the story on here though. He might be popping up here in a second. Someone looks like they're popping in right here.
That's hilarious.
There he is, man. What is up, Poppy Pilsner?
Hello.
What's up, dog? Nick, I got good news and I got bad news.
What's up?
You ready for it? Can you hear us?
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was trying to open up your Hellas, I actually stabbed it into it and I popped the can. So I slammed it really fast and it was delicious. I just grabbed it and it was in all that bubble wrap and I just like sucked it out like a Romula on the Mother Wolf. What's up, Alias? Yeah. There he is. What's up, Braj? But hey, it was delicious and I've got your Czech Pilsner that I'm going to crack right here, right now.
Can you boys hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
Okay.
Alias, this is Nick. Nick, Alias.
Howdy, Nick.
What is going on, everybody?
I think we've been on the stream together like once before.
What's up, Alias? What's up, dog?
But I know he's done like a one with you and Ratty.
Yes,
right?
After Florida. Yeah.
Yeah, because you guys all did Florida together. Yeah.
We did Florida, and then you missed the Asheville trip.
Yeah, I missed Asheville because I was making money that weekend.
You were making good money too.
Yeah.
Well, right on, everybody. So let me get rid of this stuff. Let me clean this up a bit. It's been like 60 days. It's been a long time. Chat box, kill that. World Beer Cup is tonight. The results are coming in at 8:30. What's up, Jorge? What's up, Chris Radiation?
Your time?
I think it's West Coast time. I think it's 5:30 p.m.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah. So I think we're good though. Why is this Discord thing showing up like that?
Is YouTube live right now or no?
I think we're live. I think we're good. I mean, people are in here. All right, Nick, should we crack your beer first?
Yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter.
Are you?
Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm on my phone because I'm fucking poor. Where you get to the comment section at on this bitch? I see a little thing, but it's just us.
I think we're live on YouTube. Yeah. What's up, Jorge? Chris? Okay. Tyler Muscleman? What's up, everybody? Are these things working?
Yeah, we're live on YouTube. I have chat going and stuff like that.
Hey, what's up, Ham McVeigh? Live and direct, Chris Radiation. What's up, everybody? Bring this up a little bit. And I think we're cooking with grease. We got 21 people in here. Yeah, hell yeah, we're good. I got this plug into work. We got 24 people in here. And Nick, I'm going to drink some of those beers. Pittsburgh got my beers. Rhode Island didn't get the beers. Austin didn't get the beers.
Gnome said he got mine.
Yeah,
Not mine.
I'm not yours. Oh, okay.
The peanut butter and jelly, and that was a bummer too because I want to crack these all together, and I wanted to use these in my peanut butter and jelly video that's finally going live next week.
Yeah, like the sun directly in my eyes.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, holy shit, man! Where's the cucumber slices?
You look rockstar, man.
I know. All right, I'm gonna go get that beer. I'll be right back. What's up, Petey? What's up, Jeff Ed? 1977. I got one of these little douche flutes things. I'm on this system now.
Anything good in that?
Robot dick. 1 second, right back.
I assume it's just nicotine. So what's up, dudes?
Good to see you, man. It's been a bit.
You as well, man. Even though you can't see me because you're blinded by the light.
I can see you in my little corner here.
That's hilarious. I'll wait for him before I pop this.
I think I might close up the blind and just uh rely on what light I have in the room and stuff.
Just keep the shades on though. It's a good look.
You're like Corey Hart, wear your sunglasses at night.
Dude, that is a good tune.
A good song.
That is a good song.
So
really is
It's a
good
great
tune.
song. All right, what we're doing right now is I'm going to crack Nick's beer. You've got check on this, and you've got the 12 on that. So you guys are familiar. Who's our barrage out there? Tanglefoot. He's always got his descriptions with explain the 12 to us, Nick.
So it's just degrees Plato. So every degree Plato is 0.04 gravity points. So it'd be like 1048 starting gravity.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like a 4.5% check pills.
Damn, that was
It might
clear
have
as hell.
lost a little bit. Might have lost a little bit of aroma. That it's about 2.5 months old. So might have lost a little aroma, but still should taste pretty good. I would imagine.
It smells good. It
That
looks
looks
good.
sexy, man.
It even looks darker on the screen right now, but in real life, it looks like as clear as champagne.
Yeah, dude, it looks sexy.
Great question.
Good job, Poppy Pilsner. This is the Poppy Pilsner out there in Pittsburgh,
Yeah,
who
that's
used
great.
to be a commercial brewer, turned accountant, and he's kind of got a funny story. He did his math on what it would cost to open up his own brewery, went to his other accountant buddy, and he said, bro, you're way short. You're way off, man. What did you come up with, Nick, on your end? $500,000?
Around here, you're looking
clear
at
that
like
is.
2.5, 3.
How much?
About 2.5, 3 mil.
To start a brewery?
Yep.
Holy shit.
I'm out.
Yep. Around here, it's saturated, man. Yeah. It's so, and if you say you're a brewery, it's like they're giving you no breaks, grant or loan wise. So,
Are they still opening up in Pittsburgh?
yeah, but pretty much only ones that are like we're halfway through, getting their licensing and health department inspections and stuff like that. So they already have so much money in it they have to open.
They're pot committed, and they're
So
and it's probably not a lot of. It's probably investor money and shit like that too.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen probably is we've seen a couple this year. Like the bubbles burst, and a few are going down, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Um,
me and Nominali, I was wearing a chat. We always kind of send each other like
Yeah, whenever we see one going down or yeah.
Yeah, because they want to have that big week, right? They're like, hey, just want to let you know we're going out, and then everyone finally shows
And
their
on a
support.
bang
Yeah,
kinda
it's like,
thing.
Eyes
where
out
have you
their
guys?
beer.
Yeah, where have you guys been these last couple of years? 3 million is
By
correct.
the way,
That's crazy.
on that note, a Utah brew supply just closed. Like I guess
Ooh.
like one of the few in Utah.
Damn. All right, here I'm getting the USPSs now. Arrived USPS facility, 621 Austin TX Distribution Center. Yeah, that sucks, man. But the good thing is that you guys do have a porch bomb en route with the peanut butter and jelly beer. That's impossible to get.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah, and you had the strawberry in there as well too, right?
strawberries in there. That's even more difficult to get. And brew show's coming on next week, I think.
Hell yeah.
But any which way, you guys will be able to try it. And Gnome and Nick had it out here, but after we like day drank for 6 hours, and then we woke up and cracked one. No, maybe we cracked it right when Gnome was here, when he Ubered over
There's
here.
a few times I tried it. You also had us try the banana one at your place.
Yeah, the
Or
King,
Asheville, rather.
the Elvis one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, the way I look at breweries now, it's like, I don't know, like there's classes, right? Like they're like the bottom class is like 0 to 20%. You kind of walk in there and you're like, these guys aren't going to be around in 3 years. There's no way. And then like 50% is like most breweries just become like that localized hangout, like next level. We all have been to next level, just kind of like they're not going to grow.
Yeah.
They're not really going to grow. They're not going to open up another tasting room, but everything's kind of sustainable. And you have like the 15% of breweries that are like upper middle class, or like on the verge of becoming like a hype brewery, or could fall back down into like the localized hangout. They're kind of there, kind of like the South O's or something, And then like the top 10% is like, the Burials and the Zools and the Jester Kings and the Great Notions and the Dancing Gnomes and you could do a 5-class thing on each one of those things I just said. I mean, those are all still so different, But the bubble burst, man. Hype or die.
Yep. Yeah. But I think
I would say more like specialize and die.
PB&J or die. Hey, Nick, this is a great beer, by the way, man. Cheers.
It is, yeah.
I appreciate that. No, but like a lot of, I mean, lagers are finally coming out. Like they've been saying, year of the lager for what, 3 years now, and
finally
I think
came
it's
back.
finally, yeah, it's finally starting to, rival IPAs and big stouts and sours now. So, if you specialize in that, I think you'll do well too. The problem is that you can't make a good one in 2 weeks. So.
Right, it takes time.
There's just so
Yeah, so you're better off hyping it for sure.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say that you would die that way.
It's funny though, like even though we're seeing a lot of breweries die, I'm seeing more and more people get into beer. I've seen more of my friends saying like, "Oh, I'm actually like trying beers outside of like Miller Lite and Busch Light kind of thing, and actually trying like craft beers
sours,
and giving other breweries a try and things like that." So it's really cool to see that type of growth. I feel like
that's good. Yeah, I mean there is kind of like an ever revolving window, but like it's kind of heartbreaking because like Zool, and I know Noam, you're not that big of a fan of their Rhymes Like Dimes Hazy IPA, but it's my favorite Hazy IPA in Knoxville, and that's like it's a gold winner at World Beer Cup for hazies last year or the year before, and it's like our 10th best seller. Like most breweries would kill to have like a gold medal for a hazy, and it's like if that's our 10th best seller, like what's Zool selling? It's like, well, number one's PB&J, number two is the Mexican lager, light beer with a lime in it, and then there's like 5 or 6 more fruited sours, and then you're getting into like the beer stuff, and it's like, wow, like this is. I don't know. We're just in like adapt or die, man. Light beer or
I'm seeing a lot of breweries now have like quote unquote a Mexican lager, and they're probably their fastest selling beer
for sure. Yeah.
Did the Zool one win like a silver or something?
The Mexican lager won a silver at
Balter.
That was also really good. Well, you said that was really good. I had to check, but sorry.
Yeah, no, I think it was Balter that had the silver for the Mexican lager.
No, it's definitely it's Toro Inioso. I can show it to you right now. But Balter had some credibilities, and you like their dark lager or something. But
both years we had were great.
Balter rips because they've got like the perfect combination between food and beer. They've got a killer kitchen, or I mean the kitchen's good enough, cool layout. And they've got maybe like a 5-gallon system in there. So it just complements each other. Like I'm not worried about Balter. If there were a brewery to expand outside of like the Yeehaws and the Zools, like I would put Balter on that next in Knoxville.
The beer's killer for sure.
Yeah, and it's right there. It's cool how you could just like, did we go in the room? Yeah, we went in the other room. Remember he brought us in there? Yeah.
Yeah. Last year I think it was, or like maybe, I don't know, 6 months ago or so, they won best brewery of their size. I forgot what was it, Nick? Like 500 barrels to like
or less.
A little bit more, I think. Was it less than that?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like that we were looking at. I remember looking at the tanks, and we were pretty sure they were 7s. So
that's a big system for that little room, man. Remember that little?
Yeah. It's very crowded in there for sure.
It's like a closet with windows. It's.
I mean, you figure if they're releasing a beer a week, I mean that's what that'd be 52 times 7. That's what like 370 barrels a year. If they do one a week, and most places have a hard time doing that.
Sure.
So I think they're under
like 500.
Yeah, I think they're under 500. Yeah.
Hey, really quick, back to this $300 million or $3 million started brewery thing. How come it's $3 million now? And 10 years ago, it was like $200,000. There's no way my friends had $3 million to start in San Diego.
Why is it fucking $20 to eat Chipotle?
Inflation.
Yeah.
Inflation. The cost of materials has gone up. Like stainless steel is shot through the roof.
Well, I mean, think of it as a percentage wise. What did Chipotle cost 3 years ago? $13, right? So like almost 100%.
Isn't Chipotle still like $7 or $8?
No, I mean not what I get. Maybe
I'd say at least like 14.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, for like a burrito.
Really?
I don't know. I haven't been to Chipotle in a bit.
Damn,
I mean, I
that's
was just
wild.
using an example. I mean, you go out anywhere, like
Yeah.
No, I
like
know,
crazy.
but I didn't know it was that drastic because I know my buddies got into opening up breweries and stuff. Like they maybe had like a $200,000 they were getting, you know, and it was not even close to $500,000, let alone in the seven figures. Like there was no way. We're talking about like kids in their 20s trying to come up with this type of money. It's just,
They weren't getting any grants or any money from parents or anything.
I mean, that's all it was. I mean, the banks would never fund anybody's stuff. It was all
Right.
parents or
I think-
investors. It was all, yeah.
There's a lot of places out there. You got to get 4 or 5 really well-off investors, and at that point, is it even your brewery anymore?
I know.
It's not.
You
Yeah.
also need like a lease for like what I'd say
10
probably
years.
5 years, maybe a little bit less if you're
And
lucky. But
that's a problem people are having now too. Is like leases are up, and obviously costs have went up, and they're raising the rent. And now all of a sudden they can't afford it.
Or to
So
stay
what do
there,
you,
yeah.
what do you do?
Yeah, beer definitely got weird, man. It's again like a class thing. Like the upper breweries are like just peeling away, and everybody else is kind of like, do we go out of business? Do we expand? Do I buy the partner out? You know, it's just
Think how expensive it would be to move a brewery. It would be so expensive.
well, the old saying like if you make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. It's like I would say that about California with beer. You know, I understand. I think Sierra Nevada moving into North Carolina was one of the smartest moves of all time. Or
It's much more affordable for them.
100%. If you're ripping in California, you're gonna rip equally or at
Anywhere
least as
else,
hard,
yeah.
Anywhere else. But like
taxes are going to be less.
labor, land, permitting,
labor,
you
land,
got more
yeah.
control. But like Fat Tire to move into California and just to have a tasting room in San Francisco just go out of business is like it doesn't work the other way. Just because you're killing it somewhere else doesn't mean
you can make it in California.
in LA or San Diego or California. There's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I've noticed too lately is, I mean, breweries are much more a hospitality business than they are making good beer anymore.
Oh, for sure.
If
And
you-
I agree with that completely.
So that's what's even harder, right?
What was the
not-
comment?
Like breweries are more in the hospitality industry now versus
Hospitality and atmosphere.
Oh, like entertainment, yeah, rather than like actual beer, yeah.
Manufacturing a product, right? So that's something that's been big. Like honestly, some of the ones that are closing out here, you would think with beer quality would not be the ones closing,
Right.
but sometimes like you spend the money that you have on the things that you want to, and some people spend the stuff on ambiance and making sure there's something to do 7 days a week, and which I mean, that's another one of the reasons why I didn't do it either. I was just like, this isn't really what I want to do.
Yeah, you need to be like a band promoter at that point, or like a wedding coordinator. Right. I mean, you have to get people.
I mean, that's basically you're an event coordinator at a wedding venue. That's what you are.
Yeah. Unless you have like the hottest trivia in town or the Dungeons and Dragons nights, but like there's so much to compete with, and it's just weird, man. Like beer, like even the menus on beer menus. Like I was telling all you guys that know, I'm like when I got into craft beer. The beer was like the menus were malty stuff, ambers, brown ales, West Coast IPA, sessions, blondes. There'd be a Belgian on, maybe a Braggot or something weird, like an apple champagne hybrid thing or something. Like those aren't even around anymore. Like the craft beer that I fell in love with, like the industrious blue collar business parks, that's all dead. That's all dead.
There are some. They're more just like old man breweries, is what I call them.
Localized homie hangouts. Foot traffic. You don't care what's on draft. Your friends are there. You know the bartender. It's a creature of habit thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Doesn't matter what they have on draft.
There's a place for those too. There's a place for those too, but you're not going to you're going to be the neighborhood bar. You're not going to attract people.
That could be cool,
right.
But like if like I'm going to make this video about like if I did get money in like my mid-20s and I opened up a brewery, like it would have fucking maybe lasted 3 years. Like it would have been a disaster. Like opening up a brewery in your own hometown and giving all your friends free beer and devaluing everything. It would have been a like system. I don't know what system I'm going to buy. I don't even know what POS system I'm supposed to go with. Aloha. Right. Like I'm supposed to hire people $20 an hour. Like I can't afford labor. Like this have flared out. It would have been me lighting it on fire and trying to get insurance fraud, and I'd end up in prison. That's what would happen.
I mean, employees don't even make that much. I mean, when I started out as a cellarman, I made basally what I would have made
$15 an hour.
Yeah, I made like $12 an hour.
Dude, that's what they still make at like Stone and Ballast Point and or whoever. Yeah. Brewers make like 15, 17, maybe $20 an hour. The head brewers maybe $22 an hour.
That's so depressing.
And then I ended up bartending a few nights a week, and I was just like, I should have just did this, you know?
Yeah, and then I've worked at places where the brewers are all pissed off, and they're like, hey, can the front of the house pool tips with us? It's like, well, you can't do that.
No,
you can't do that.
That's not right.
I'm working on holidays and birthdays, and not, like I'm not. No, so. Jorge Castro, what's up, Raj? Those days are gone. There's always some surviving spots like that, but they're not common. I hope Jorge's doing good down there in Puerto Rico. He's on the island down there.
Yeah.
What's up, Iroquois? ¿Cómo estás? How are you? What's up, Shannon? How are you, Braj? But like I said, the Rhymes Like Dimes, which I'm about to crack, is my favorite hazy in Knoxville, and that is Zool's maybe 8th bestseller. So you're trying to say like the hazy, which should be like your number 1.
Right.
Maybe
It's
number
your
2
eighth,
is your 8th. Like, what the fuck is going on in beer?
Yeah.
Is it even craft beer anymore? Should we just go back to calling it beer? Or
I think so.
Yeah,
but
no, like
no,
I don't really like the term anyways.
I don't like it either. I mean,
Yeah,
like
fine.
all it's like what we talked about. Like, how old were you when you like got into beer, and what were the beers on the menus at the places you were going to? West Coast IPA.
Yeah, West Coast IPA, like Vienna Lager.
Never seen it. Haven't seen it in years. No, I guess I've seen an all beer crafty, or I've seen some kind of
blonde ales.
Blonde ales. There was no kettle
West Coast
sours.
IPAs.
There was no hazies.
No, hazies weren't a thing till I think I was out of college.
2017.
I think about 13 to 15.
For hazies, there's no way. Well,
I
was on West Coast, so I got the last of that. You know, I got the first.
It's funny, I was on the East Coast at that time.
I would say no one would be the first one to know about it, probably.
Yeah,
it took a while to catch on. Even people here, everyone was trying to make them, but they sucked. It took a while before good like across the board. Now everyone has a pretty solid hazy. It wasn't the case back then.
Oh yeah, back in the day.
There's some pretty bad ones.
I still get hazy sometimes. There's nothing about it that's hazy. It's just a marketing tool, man.
Yeah, I get that all the time, dude.
All the time, man. And especially sometimes when it's
sad.
Yeah,
that's why like when I go to places, I don't get their hazy because I don't want to. I'm not willing to spend that much money on the risk of it just being a disappointing beer.
Yeah, sometimes it's like tart. I had a beer the other night. And it wasn't a can, and I bought it at like a tap room. So like it could have been a couple months old. You know, they can't really control that. That's why when you go to a tap room, like just get the stuff on draft. That's gonna be the freshest. If you get like a can in there, check the bottom because it could be sitting there for 6 months. But I was drinking these hazies. I was like, dude, the owner of this brewery, there's no way this beer could be this bad. He needs to come in here and get his beer out of here or buy it all back. Because this is a bad first impression. I know this beer and I know it doesn't taste like this, but if this was a first impression, you would be talking shit about this brand.
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree with that. Well, one of the breweries I started with before I even started cellaring, I delivered kegs and cans and stuff to different restaurants and tap rooms and stuff. And they had a program there that anytime you went out and bought their beer at a bar or a restaurant, they said keep the receipt and they pay you back in your paycheck because it was quality control. If it tasted like it did in the tap room, they would keep it there. If it didn't, they would pull it.
That's cool.
That's that's peace of mind.
Where was that?
There's so much.
Dude, how much money did you really probably spend on that? Not much, and you have a pretty good idea of how your beer's tasting everywhere.
That's awesome.
Right.
You really got to watch certain beer styles too, like the malty stuff. That stuff can turn into straight acid, like red pepper. What's up?
Yeah, hazies are the worst. Especially if they're not refrigerated, man, they oxidize so quick.
Yeah, that yeast will fall out of flocculate. I mean, it's just it'll taste like a shitty pale ale.
I mean, it could taste like cardboard in 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, beer is good food. Shannon Horn, my kids dropped when CH said, "What's up, man?" Shout out to your kids now too. Shannon.
Oh yeah.
Damn early stream. Yeah. Not really putting out content that much. I bought a house. The war is over for now. This whole me rage quitting California makes sense. My tail's not between my legs anymore. I've got something to show for. That's good, big news. It was way more stressful than I thought. The whole like paying for the appraiser out of pocket and paying, going back and forth about like because you go into a house and the appraiser kicks ass and he looks at everything and he tells you like too much, right? Like 100 things that are wrong. It's like, well, I just need the top 5. I just need the top 5. And then you play the game where you go to the seller and you're like, hey, you got to pay for all this stuff. I need like a new water heater. You got like a live wire in the crawl space. Like you got to fix all of it. And fortunately, they did. They're like, okay, we'll fix it.
Hell yeah!
Which is big things. Yeah, thank you.
That's a very big thing.
That's a very big thing because like you each side can pull out. Like just because they accept the offer and this and that.
Right.
Yeah, I got approved for $275,000. I'm only burning like 240 of it, and it's rad. So you guys come out here. It's a 3-bedroom too. So.
Congratulations, dude. Congratulations.
Dude, big one. Yeah. So,
need help moving?
Yeah, I am, man. And I got 2 sheds in the back. It's kind of a weird setup. Everything's kind of either California flipped out here or like kind of old and funky. And this is kind of halfway in between. So, I'll definitely have my work cut out for me fixing this thing up, but I'm going to definitely put out some content, how to make a brew house and how to, I don't know, build a shed or whatever.
Brew house on a budget, baby.
Brew house on a budget for sure. What's up, Todd Porter? Appreciate that. Thanks, Beer Quaz. What are you guys drinking over there?
To have SS Tech. You can have.
By the way, Nick, so
Tech.
I think you told me this, but is it 100% pills, 1% saws, or?
Yeah, so it's 100% pills. That's actually Tettnanger because I ran out of solid. Yeah, so it's Tettnanger and 3470. Yep.
Yeah, this is a killer, man. Clear as fuck too. I tried to. Yeah, look at that, dude.
Dude, that is crystal clear, dude.
It is. Jesus. It's way more clear in real life too. My shitty webcam isn't doing justice for it. I can see it showing. I can see it both. Night and day, front and then behind it, and it's clearer than shit, man. It's like I don't want to say like Miller Light clear, but it is, man.
That's your beer that you made, Nick?
Yeah, it is.
Hell yeah.
They don't call him Poppy Pilsner for nothing, man.
Oh, is that you on Instagram, Poppy Pilsner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's the one and only.
Yeah. So
yeah, because I saw you recently liked one of the posts, and I'm like, who the heck is that?
It's the Poppy out there in Pittsburgh or Butler.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he's on the outskirts of the big city, or the bigger than Knoxville city.
So, but yeah. So for clarity, like
Look, I'm gonna be honest. I don't really like beer that much.
Still got it.
Lager.
Seriously.
So basically, do your primary in 2 weeks, and then step it down pretty much 2 degrees about every day till you hit 38, and then just lager it till it's clear, man. Don't keg it till it's clear. It normally takes about a week per degree Plato. That's kind of the guideline, but sometimes it drops a little earlier. So I mean, they take a while, but the thing that sucks is like I used to drink I brew 10 gallons. I used to drink 1 Keller, and then by the time I drank the first keg, the other one was crystal clear. Now that I've got kind of a good lager program, I don't have to do that as much. But man, it just goes so quick. You do all that work and wait all that time, and it's
gone
so
in half the time. Yeah.
Just because it's so easy to drink, man.
What are you doing for lagering? What do you store it in to lager?
So I have SS Brewtech unit tanks.
Okay.
On glycol. I just got those last year. I previously had Firmzillas.
Cheers, Wade.
Okay.
Much love, Raj.
Yeah. And then I would do a closed transfer from them to a corny, and then just use that as my bright tank, basically.
Gotcha.
And then transfer to a serving keg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, so you would put it in a keg before you transfer it to another keg?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, I mean it's essentially like making it a bright tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any particular reason why you do that? Just so it doesn't if you do have, because you serve at festivals or something, you said so if it shakes up, it'll be all fucking murky again. Yeah, so that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the main reason I take beer a lot of places that I go to parties and cookouts and whatnot. So like whenever I travel, I don't want it to be like, oh, we got to wait 25 minutes for it to settle out. You know.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense,
First off, no one wants to wait, and second of all, no one wants to wonder what the fuck's dropping out. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I have another question. So do you
I got a curveball. Got a Heineken.
Do you lager it first, and when you transfer it to the serving tank, is that when you carbonate?
Yes.
Okay. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
That's a smart idea, man.
Yeah, you can do. I mean, I can give you more tips too. For like the head retention stuff that's on that thing. I do spooned and stuff like that. If you ever want to know how I do that, I can talk to you about that offline and stuff. That's kind of a long talk, but yeah. So just it
would
took
love
me a
that,
long time,
for sure.
a long time to kind of get my technique down. But I'm really like picky with it. I did just buy the new like modern lager book. I haven't started reading it yet, so I'm kind of interested to see what it says, and then I might try some new things from it. But I'm pretty happy with
Cheers, y'all.
how things turn out from it.
I just worked 7 days in a row. Bought a house and had my family in town. I deserve these beers.
Oh, your family was in town. Nice.
That's why. Well, they were in town. That's why I'm drinking Heineken right now because my dad bought Heineken. I love my family, man, but seven days with family, man.
That's a long time.
You just don't want something bad to happen, you know. Like first night my dad came in and was like ripping pretty hard, had like 8 beers. I'm like, dude, you're 72. Like, I don't think you can do this anymore, you know. He's kind of like me.
Yeah, but
gets happy and he starts talking shit. What's up?
The apple doesn't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah. It's like a ripe fruit. You know, you're a boring sober person, and then you have a couple drinks and you're having a blast, and then you drink 10 drinks and you're just like talking shit and clowning on everyone. I was like, yeah, I think I get it now. I think I'm his son. Start fighting everyone. Start grabbing people. But no, it's just, we had a great trip, and it was just like, when you're with that many people, you're right. I want to go here. This person doesn't want to go there. I want to stay home. I don't want to go here. You know, like, it's just a lot. 5 people in a car going to Chattanooga, and nobody died. And it's just a lot, man. It's just, me and my dad are both, can be difficult to get along with. But what'd you guys think of Asheville and Knoxville? I know Numb's been
both were awesome. I don't know if I shared this on the stream before, but I told you guys this before we went. Like, a lot of people who have went to Asheville before were like, it's kind of
too woke.
What's the word? Just disappointing that it's not as good as the hype or whatever. And I was totally not wrong, dude. Every place we went to fucking killed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
And nothing lives up to the hype. Anything, like, people are talking about it, you think it's like some board game Candyland. It's like, no, it's just a town that's super beer centric, and it's almost like too kind of hippied out. Like, remember when we were jumping in the cabs and we're like, hey, like, who's playing tonight, or what stadium's that? Because it was getting ready for March Madness, and the Uber driver was like, oh, you guys like sports ball? You guys like the sports ballers? Like, shut the fuck up, man. Like, you're a fucking cab driver. Tell us where the sports bars are, man.
One thing that I was thinking about, like, after we got back, and I was talking to some friends about, like, who said that it was kind of, you know, disappointing and stuff, and I got to see where they went. A lot of them didn't go to the same places that we went to, but I don't think I had a bad beer there.
That's not true. Oh, I didn't have it.
We can't talk about this place because we just collabed with them. But we'll talk about it. It's called the Lettuce IPA, the Vegetation IPA.
No, not that. No, not that.
Tortoise Food IPA.
You and I had an amber ale.
That's a different place then.
Oh yeah, but that was the worst beer I've ever had.
Where?
Forget just that trip. That beer sucked so bad, dude.
Where? We can talk shit about this place.
Cocktail bar with Kyle from Clawhammer.
It
was atrocious, dude.
That old like Wild Wild West bar with like the cool venue.
Everybody else got cocktails, but you and I got a beer, and it was so bad.
Was it?
Yeah.
I think I was drunk by then because we went to Burial and I had like 4 beers. Me and you got beers. No, he had an old fashioned. He got him and Kyle had old fashions.
That's one thing, like, I learned early, like, just read the room, man. You knew that wasn't a place to get a beer.
Yeah, it was a cocktail place, but I was also drunk by then because when we got to Burial, there was lines on both sides. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm ordering 2 beers at a time." Right. So I had 2 surf waxes, and then I think you guys bought me around, and Kyle bought me around. I had like 4 beers to your guys' 1. So after that, I'm like, it doesn't matter what you feed me.
Yeah, damn.
We're gonna be ribbing. That's my Johnson. What's up, Raj?
That place was so good, man.
What, Burial?
And then Burial was really good.
See,
Wicked Weed I thought was really good
awesome.
too. Like,
Wicked Weed was awesome. That's what goes to show that, like, yeah, we missed you, all the odds. Like, this was a good trip. Sometimes I go to sometimes I go to Asheville and like it's a Tuesday and no one's there, so you can't really gauge it. It kind of feels weird, right? Going into any place and you're the only one in there. Like, what's going on? Oh, it's a Tuesday. It's it's my Saturday, but for the rest of the world,
right.
We went into Wicked Weed like packed outside, packed in the bar room, and then packed in that back room where Kentucky and Tennessee were playing on the projector. But they couldn't have been making any more money. I mean, they were killing it. So for someone who's like, don't sell out to Budweiser or this and that, it's like, dude, these guys are crushing it.
Yeah.
The thing that I have with that is, like, a lot of people are talking about shit like that. Like, I get, like, the capitalism's gonna capitalism. Like, I'm not gonna get political, but like, as long as the beer stays just as good. Yeah, as long as the beer stays just as good, I don't have a problem with it.
And the people that do have a problem with it are those like disgusting hippies that are borderline homeless. The people that are spending money are us, the foot traffic people. The people that are coming in and then are like getting dropped off in South Slope and just like, hey, this place looks cool. I don't care who owns it. Let's go inside.
Right.
Yeah, that's the 99%.
If you have a problem with a big piece of shit corporation profiting, you should probably stop buying everything.
Yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
That's a very good choice of words. It's like people complaining about how unfair the world is on an iPhone. It's made in China from like batteries that are slaved out in Africa and stuff like that. It's like, go write it on a billboard. Don't complain on like a something that's made in China. Yeah. Visit Asheville for sure. Absolutely.
I'm sad I wasn't able to make that trip, but
the next one.
Was the name of that,
for sure.
What was the name of that place that we stopped for like one beer? It was like a center block garage.
That
chef there that gave us the business card was there.
Yeah. All their beers are rested, which is, I forgot what the hell the name of the brewery was.
What up, Northwest?
Yeah, I can't remember.
That place was awesome.
I just remember that. I just remember that magician the whole time that just like mind fucked us all. That guy was out of control. I still got that card, man. I don't know how he did any of those tricks, and I think he was drinking too. That was at the.
Oh yeah, he was. He had a mixed drink as well. Yeah.
Shout out to that guy, and that's one of my favorite speakeasies ever. The Crow and Quill.
Yeah.
No, it was a good trip, man. We just ripped, typical trips. We ripped too hard the first night. We're all hungover, and when you're explosively hungover, it's like you just gotta keep drinking and keep going. Yeah. The only bummer was going out to Asheville. We had like an hour of traffic just to get on like the 40. It sucked. Yeah.
Did you have like a rental car?
We rented a car. That was a good move. Yeah.
That's definitely the move.
$40 each for 2 days
with the fucking taco. Yeah.
With the taco wouldn't have worked. We're just too big for that car. Did you get hit, Nick, with another day? Because our checkout time was like 10 a.m. We woke up at like 1 p.m.
She was super cool. I rated her like 5 stars and put good comments in.
Good.
And like, I think she was waiting for me to do that because like 5 minutes later, she gave me a 5-star review and didn't charge me anything.
No way.
Yeah.
Was it through Turo?
Through Airbnb.
Airbnb, yeah, there you go. Yeah. There's way more friendlier than like going through like Budget or Hertz or anything like that. You can you can just be like, give them a message heads up like, hey, look, I'm running late. Is that okay? They're like, yeah, usually they're fine with that.
And I think it was a Sunday too, so like no one was coming in on a Sunday. Because if they had someone come in, they would have been like, get the fuck out of here.
I think if someone was coming on like a Saturday or something, would have been different. But
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if I go back, I'm definitely going to hit that lady up again. She was cool as hell.
That was cool. It was cool that you guys were able to go over to the Clawhammer studio, see how like small it is in real life. It's like a little 10 by 10. Speaking of Clawhammer, he's doing a collab with Golden Hive Mead last week.
Yep.
And I'm going to be doing a collab with Golden Hive as well. Or we're just, we're talking about doing stuff.
Oh yeah.
That dude's ripping right now. That dude is.
Dude, he blew up on Instagram and he's killing it.
Blew up on YouTube. He's got like 500,000 subscribers from his shorts and me.
Yeah, it's from his shorts and his Instagram stuff.
Yeah, he's killing it, man. And who's the dude that's all pissed off? Doing the most.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Doing
saw
the Most, yeah.
we saw the video
Yeah.
on that. Do you guys catch that video?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you,
Yes.
Alia.
he does seem a little jaded.
I mean, at the end of the day, like, I mean, there's narcissism and everything, you know. So everyone's got a little bit of narcissism. In
I
them,
can
you know?
understand it too. Like he's doing the most. Has been doing this for years
10 years, yeah. His videos got
and
like
stuff
1,000
like
views.
that. But this guy figured out the algorithm. He did something that no one had done, and
Small format, vertical format, real
yeah,
format.
kudos
Yeah,
to him. He figured it
more
out.
power,
Yeah.
man. And
Well, I don't know if you guys caught the part that made me go kind of, oh, that sucks. Is that he was inspired by Doing the Most
right.
to do videos and to
Yeah.
learn how to make mead and all this shit.
Yeah.
And it's like now that dude, you know, kind of casting some shade, I guess is the term.
Yeah, and I'm kind of a hypocrite because I'm going to make fun of Treehouse. I'm going to do a parody of Nate from Treehouse, and I did the Josh Wiseman video. But like, you can't just come out with like straight up like anger, like this is a fucking ripoff. Don't buy it. But I want to do a video of Nathan Lanier because I think I could just like nail it to a T. You know, like what is going on, guys? Today
Oh,
we're
shit,
going
sorry.
to drink
Get my mic.
PBR, and we're going to talk about it for 8 hours. You know, and the winner's gonna, you know. He's got a very interesting channel where I just don't understand it. I just don't understand like the beer review guy, unless it's your own homebrew and you're talking about the pros and the cons. But if you're just like, hey guys, this is a Corona in a can versus Corona in a bottle, we're gonna talk about it for 10 minutes. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? What are you talking about?
There was something you said, I think it was off stream, but it made me fucking howl. Or
Yeah.
I think it was maybe on stream. You said, yeah, we're going to do a video on how to taste water.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
if you guys subscribe to this channel and play your cards right, and together we'll put out some
Oh my
mind-blowing
God.
content of tasting Dasani versus Aquafina in the next video, or Coke versus Pepsi challenge.
Even if you're the person that made that video, you have to find that funny. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, just an interesting channel. And then like when I did the Josh Wiseman thing, I you know, obviously like there's like, dude, this guy's got 3 million views on his video. I'll never get that, but like, let's go in and like maybe correct it or talk about like what not to buy, or I don't know what the fuck happened. But I get doing the most's point, but it's also like you can go 2 ways, right? You could either be jealous or you could be inspired. You can kind of figure it out and be like, okay, well, what's he doing? Let's jump on this guy's horse a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
And dude, like, I'm not telling anybody else, my friends in San Diego, about like the PB&J success at Zool, because like you're gonna see narcissism like you would fucking never imagine, man. You know, like your friends, like, dude, people are idiots for waiting in line that long. It's not gonna be around in 10 years. It's like, dude, man, like you've owned a brewery for 7 years. Don't be mad that you didn't come up with it, man. I mean, that's
Yeah.
the bottom line. You know, it comes down to better ideas and better execution.
Yep.
Poppy Pilsner.
Yep.
Yeah. So I don't know. Patrick
Yeah,
Cheney, I think.
it's same in like the barbecue world too. Like I saw a little bit of that with like there's this one barbecue place called KG Barbecue, and they came out with like this dude's from like Cairo, so he's adding like a Mediterranean twist to some of
Spicy?
like
Is it spicy stuff or not
no,
spicy?
it's just different flavors like pomegranate ribs and things like that,
Ooh.
and like adding some cumin to his brisket and all that, and it's like it's a whole different twist to Texas style barbecue, and it's really cool, and he's killing it.
Everyone's
Dude,
shitting on
they
him.
have a line every single day they're open, and I made friends with a few of the actually people who work there because they came out to support a buddy of mine,
Nice.
and so it was and there's like people who are like very salt pepper only kind of thing, whatever, on brisket and all that, and they're getting mad. It's like I'm sorry that he's bringing his own culture into something that you guys have been doing the same for the last 50 years,
Right.
and people are enjoying it. Why are you mad?
Because he's making money. If he was struggling, breaking even or going out of business, nobody would.
Yeah,
do
no,
that.
he's probably killing the game, yeah, with money. Because I don't think he's a brick and mortar. He's still a food truck. So
I
a
love
lot
hearing
less
that.
fees there. And
I
they're
love hearing that because that complements
and-
breweries now. Because now it's like, oh, let's go to this brewery. You know, like this. You know,
yeah.
food trucks in San Francisco had like a following. They never got that in San Diego. Nobody really cared about
Yeah.
like, the food truck.
No,
Shout
food
out
trucks
to-
here in Austin have a fucking following.
That's awesome.
Food trucks.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember in San Francisco there was like this lobster roll guy, and like everywhere he went, he'd put out one little tweet. Just, everyone would go check him out.
Hell
Lobster
yeah.
rolls in San Diego. Are they known for their lobster on the West Coast?
Seafood? The
Sorry?
lobsters on the West Coast don't have claws, but yes.
Really?
Yeah.
They
I
don't,
did not
wait,
know
what?
Yeah, they don't have claws. Yeah,
That's-
yeah, look it up.
How are they lobsters?
What?
I didn't know there was
How are they
lobsters
lobsters
without
then?
claws.
Yeah. I'm not bullshitting. I swear to God, my friend's lobster
Oh, I
fish all the
believe
I
time.
mean, sure, but like I'm just
I
that's
just never heard
something
that.
that's very new to me here.
Come
To hear.
on.
I wanted to say something about what you said, Alias, about that dude like using cumin on his barbecue and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, if everyone does the same thing, it's very similar. There's like obviously some variables,
Right,
like,
right.
But how do you be different? You go against tradition, like, and so how can they hate on him for doing that? Like, he's trying his own
Right.
thing.
No,
you
you
don't like it, you
can't.
don't like it. Who
And
cares?
also you can't hate on him because like it's his culture. Like that's the food, that's the style of food he grew up on that he's adding to Texas style barbecue, right? Like you can't be mad about that.
Yeah, it seems silly.
No claws. No laws.
Yeah,
when
that's
you drink-
wild.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
they're like
wild.
$7 or $8 in the grocery stores.
They just bump into their food.
That's a good question.
Sorry.
California spiny lobster. Yeah, it's a big ticket though. My buddies go out there at midnight and shit, and they play with fire. If you get busted by the Coast Guard or something, like you're gonna be paying a lot of money.
Ooh.
Oh, trying to like illegally harvest.
Yeah, they just go out there and they scuba dive and they just get all these lobsters. There's no claws on them.
Damn, those are big motherfuckers too. Holy
Yeah, they're
shit.
big.
Yeah,
Sometimes
they're
when they're
fucking
too big though,
nasty.
that means they're old, so the meat's a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they're not as good.
Yeah, it's not always like the bigger the better.
This is what I'm
So you
drinking.
just kill it and throw it away, right? No, I'm like,
Here.
Hell no, man. Fuck no, make lobster tacos.
That's a cool can art. I like that.
Yeah, so this is
Looks like
from
Treehouse.
Batch Brewing.
It does look
they're
like
local.
Total
Treehouse.
treehouse.
There's
It totally
There's-
does.
100% Wade. It's only legal.
the can art, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean that looked like treehouse. There's got to be some copyright thing that's getting pretty close.
They have a tree. Like you can't copyright a tree. Like,
True.
There's too many damn trees.
Put a little bonsai tree from Karate Kid. It's a totally different story.
Yeah. But yeah, so they're a local brewery here in Austin. And so the story behind that is a buddy of mine who's starting up his own barbecue spot. I helped him he's doing a couple pop-ups and he's doing them at Batch Brewing Company. And so I got to help out and just help cook, help serve, whatnot. And I made friends with the assistant brewer there. And so just started chatting, talking beer and whatnot. They have a 3.5 barrel system, and all their tanks are 7 barrels, so they just do 2 batches at a time, kind of thing, and to fill it up. And I told him like, hey, they're on a very small scale, so I was like, hey, if it's cool, like I would love to like volunteer or just even watch a brew day and stuff like that. And he's like, yeah, I'll reach out to the head brewer, and because head brewer was out of town. And so we just got to chatting beer and whatnot. And I was like, yeah, my favorite beer that you guys have on tap is your Texas Dry Ale. He's like, that's my recipe.
Texas
I was
Dry
like,
Ale.
oh, shit. And so it was his Saison recipe. And so we just bonded off of that and talking Saisons and whatnot. And so he gave me a 4-pack and then a can of their barley wine as well, too.
Brutal. What was that?
Your
About
total
12%?
by the way.
Huh?
Saison somewhere over here and barley wine somewhere over here.
What's the
Here,
barley
I know,
wine?
it's two very opposite scales, but I'm like, I'm here for it. I love it.
Yeah.
I think the Texas Dry Ale, their Saison, and their Mexican Lager are their 2 best sellers. And then right after that is their Czech Pilsner.
Nice. Surprised
I
barley
like what
wine.
I did.
Sorry, go ahead. My bad.
Drink.
No, I'm just saying that sounds right up my alley. I'd love to try that.
Yeah, and so the good folks, really good folks, and just a really down community. Like when we were working there, they gave us beers for free. Like they would just bring out beers for us to drink, and I was like, okay. So I ended up pretty turned by the time we were serving folks. By the time we finished serving and whatnot.
That's how it goes. All yours.
And then they opened a bottle of Alambic as well too, the staff, and they like gave us some as well too. And it's like hell
that they
yeah.
made?
No, it was a
Oh.
bottle that they had gotten.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's a blast.
So
from the
that's
past.
awesome.
They're like
Lambics.
big beer guys, so like they'll find bottles and store them and whatnot, and on like fun occasions they'll bust them out and enjoy them and whatnot, right?
What about the PB&J? You seen that out there in Austin yet, or any of your cities?
Not yet. I haven't really seen that or heard anyone trying it yet.
Someone's gonna make some money. Whoever gets on that, if they do it
It'll
right,
catch on.
it'll catch.
If
on
they
for
do it
sure.
right, yeah.
The,
There's a couple breweries I could see doing it. Zilker, Austin Beer Works,
I love Austin
maybe
Beer
Blue
Works.
Owl, because Blue Owls does nothing but kettle sours.
You sent us some Blue Owl, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys enjoyed them, I believe.
What was the one that had lactose and made us all shit our pants?
that was
I think
the
that
one that
was
was, like, weird
Martin
colored, I
House
think,
Brewing. Was that the blue one?
Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the Martin House Brewing.
Blue
What's,
shit.
what's funny is
Blue
it
moon
also
shit.
made Ollie should have.
Oh, dude, I shit myself so bad from that one.
Yeah, you gotta sell it with a roll of toilet paper.
Dude, I was
Yeah.
shitting grain for like 2 days straight, man.
That's how it goes, man. Poker Smith, a lot of small breweries are going under here in Australia. No pun intended. Da-da. Shh. No, I'm just kidding, man.
Hey.
down
I'm
under.
sorry, man. I went there, man. They're going under in the land. That sucks to hear, man.
Down under.
But you know what's weird about this beer thing though is you guys ever had a friend that he's a career chef and then he starts his own restaurant and they're still in like a 50% chance of making it or not, like
Damn.
people that own breweries, like before that they weren't like working at breweries. Most people were just like home brewers, like on paper, like
Yeah.
we're all supposed to fucking fail, like we're just supposed to be like, all right, I own a brewery now. I own a business now. We're gonna throw alcohol on top of it, and it's supposed to be wildly successful. It's
Yeah,
like, I don't
it should
know,
be-
man.
it
Yeah,
should
like
be
on
great.
paper, they should have never really had like more than a couple of years.
No, for sure. I mean, that totally makes sense because, like, think of it like from a restaurant style. Like everyone eats,
It's what
right?
it's becoming.
So, like, if you go, what's up?
It's kind of what we talked about. It's not really about the beer anymore. It's becoming like more than the beer, whether it's a built-in food kitchen or an actual restaurant or something. So
Right.
now you have two things you got to worry about.
Yeah, right. I would just say that, like, from the start, I would say the beer was definitely worse. We just didn't know it.
Was definitely what?
Worse. Like a lot more fermentation off flavors, a lot more recipe issues. Just because all we knew was macro lager, right?
Correct.
So we heard all these new styles and we never heard them. We tried and we're like, oh, this is what it's supposed to taste like. But that's not necessarily true, right?
Correct.
So beer has gotten a lot better, like anything else will, with time. So I think there's a lot more room for error back then because there was a lot more unknown, where now people kind of know what it's supposed to taste like. And then you get into the hospitality stuff like we talked about before, but like
It's a whole
it's just
different
a
game.
given anymore. You have to have at least good beer.
Yeah, I mean, like
Doesn't have to be great.
and it's
Doesn't have to be great, just good. Yeah.
Yeehaw. And I hate talking about Yeehaw because I really love the GM and they're going to expand and they're going to grow. But it's like, you guys have been to Yeehaw. You all been to
Yeah.
Yeehaw. The beer's okay. Sure,
Yeah.
fine, whatever.
Yeah,
But
beer's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
they're making money hand over fist. And it's not because they have good
Yeah.
beer. It's because they have college kids showing up. They've got kids. They've got
Yeah.
a kitchen.
They have plenty of options. They have
Jumbotron.
food.
Yeah.
Visually, it is a killer.
And they have all the sports games that you can ask for, yeah.
Well, yeah, they have a probably $4 million of land and whatever you want to call it, decor.
It's like a block plus. Like they own a block and then some
Yeah.
And
change.
some change.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And they did the thing where they moved into a building to a brewery that failed. So you're already kind of like, whoa, like the definition of insanity. Like, what are you really going to do different? It's like they have a whole just, there's so much peace of mind in alcohol or valued perception or psychology. It's like, so like this guy vouched for it. It's going to be good. It's like, okay, well, sure. Oh, sure. Okay. Whatever. Like when we were at Burial and there was people that were drinking their beers and they put that little donut in there. They put that little donut hole in your stout. I'm like, this would be so fucking whack anywhere else than Burial. If we just went to a random brewery and they were putting donuts in our beer, like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'd be like,
But
get that shit out of here.
Yeah, but Burial's like the cool kid. Like everything that they do is like cool. You know, it's like they can just get away with that. You know, there's just so much weird premeditative thoughts.
I'd say if you put on,
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna grab another beer.
It would be fine.
Say it again.
I'm gonna grab another beer. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot of people would like that shit. Like that, people kill for that stuff. It's matter of fact, especially on Instagram, it's all about visuals. It's not, you can't taste the beer. You know what I mean? Like you're trying to like entice them in any way, but put candy corn next to a beer and it's like Halloween. People are gonna like that shit, you know?
Yeah, but there's also, I've seen good and bad ways of doing it. Like Burial has very good social media, and then you see a guy that calls his beer like paper airplanes, and he's got like some shitty paper airplane next to it. I'm like, this looks so whack.
Yeah, put a little bit of effort in.
Yeah, you gotta have something a little bit figured out. And there's people that you could pay like $100 a week that'll do like really good shots. They know what they're doing of like smashing two beers together, or having the foam drip down. You know, like they really know what they're doing. It's kind of night and day. And I'm not trying to rip on like Southos or Booze Brothers or Battle Mages Instagrams, but like you could just tell the Burials and Zools is just like way more poof in your face. Like this is way more eye catching, you know?
Yeah, they probably have the money to
marketing
do
is
it.
still important.
You know what?
Yeah,
and the person that does Zools, they do it with a smartphone. They do it with like an iPhone 10 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's just you know, expertise over new brew equipment, or what am I trying to say? You know, experience over like having the new coolest, hottest fermenter or camera, for the metaphor. But hey, can you, since you guys are getting your beer tomorrow, tomorrow, Nick, do you want to crack the hazy with me?
I'm just getting ready to do that, but I got this much left to do.
You got a Poppy Pilsner?
NBC.
Okay.
Doing NBC.
A solo YOLO NBC?
Yeah, I'll take it.
That's my dog, man. That's my dog.
I was gonna do the Kolsch with you.
Let's get a round of
Actually,
applause.
I don't want to pound this. I'm gonna savor this.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, Nick.
All right.
NBC?
Yeah.
Can I ask some questions about this beer? Is that cool?
Let's go.
Yeah. Yep.
So like, what's the makeup of this beer? Like, what? Mainly the grist and the hops, but also like what yeast you chose.
So that's Pilsner and Vienna with a touch of dextrin.
Okay.
It's Tettnanger again, I believe, because that's what I had. And then WLP 29, which is the Kolsch strain.
I think we may have some of that actually. Did we talk about that?
The Kolsch is it's the tranny beer.
It was fermented at like 62. It was done pretty good. It took a long time to clear, man. Yeah, it took a really long time.
It is pretty quick. How old is this beer from like brew day?
What up, Jaggers? What's up, Raj?
Hey, Jaggers.
What's up, Jaggers?
I wish you were drinking this Rhymes Like Dimes with me, Raj.
Oh, man.
You'll get it tomorrow.
Oh, so you sent that?
I sent that. I mean, I can drink it because I've got more of them. We could always do this later, you know.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that the treehouse right there with the Rhymes Like Dimes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this beer. I fucking love this beer. And the thing about
did Nick's beer get in there in time?
We just drank his beers.
No. Your beer.
Yeah, Nick got my beer at like 9 a.m. So I was like, hell yeah, like they're all gonna get their beers today.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
To
This
be
sucks,
fair,
man.
CH, by the way, like the day I did try that beer, that was when you were working at like
the shitty place,
that cider
Jitsu.
place.
Mm-hmm.
And like it was late in the night. We'd been to so many goddamn places. I was off doing my own thing. I was,
It's all good, man. It's
probably not the person to judge like a hazy, but I did try it again. I think at your place, like you opened up a can and like shared it with all of us. It was good.
It's
like,
good.
It's that was the first beer of the day. It's gonna taste delicious, you know.
Yeah, it's consistently good. And if anybody has a problem with the beers that I like or don't like, it's totally cool, man. Or gives me your peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, I'm gonna judge you on that.
100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I remember that was like, probably fucking beer 12 of the day or something like that.
The way I go back to beer is like there's 5 ways I judge beer, right? There's like I don't care about what anyone says. Obviously the price isn't that. Price better be, within the wheelhouse, but like the look, the smell, the taste, looking at it. And then it's like, the other thing is like, is it consistent? Can you go back a month later and it's another batch and it tastes the exact same way? And like, this is consistent every fucking time.
Yeah.
Right.
Because beer does
Hyper, I did like that was the one with Citra and Nelson, I believe. That was delicious.
paper crowns.
Yeah. No, I think it's called Hyper.
Hyper. Yeah, that's the shirt I wear. The hell yeah, fucking right. The G.I. Joe ripoff.
Yeah, that was delicious. That was really good.
Yeah.
That's one of the best hop combos of all time for Hazy, man.
Yeah.
It's so good.
We were ripping hard that day. The owner Brad West is just like Citra for life. Citra for, like if you go to like the Zool About Us page, he's even talking about Citra on like his bio and stuff like that. Yeah.
So like my only complaint, like this is like one of the most balanced hazies I've had for sure. pH is good, not really acidic, not really astringent. It's soft. It's not bitter at all. There's no real green like hop burn.
Little bit of hop burn in the back, but nothing too crazy.
What about that?
This is my favorite beer that they do.
I think it's fine. Honestly, the only thing I don't like about it is there's no complexity to it.
What do you mean?
Just because it's just Citra, right? Like everyone knows what Citra tastes like, right?
Is there anything else in here?
I would put money that is just Citra.
You might be right. I'll bet you. I lost $200 on the Padres last night. I don't have any more money, and I bought a house. I can't bet at all. I am fucking broke. Like I am broke.
Whenever I do hazies, and not saying mine's better than anything because this is a hell of a good beer. Obviously, it's won plenty of awards, but I like to mix up like fruity hops with like more danker resiny hops to kind of get a little bit more complexity. That's why Citra and Mosaic work so great together because Citra's super fruity and Mosaic's really danky and a little fruity too.
We could probably pull it up as a t-shirt. No. I don't know. I'm kind of buddies with the owners at Zool, but I'm also like, I've texted him a couple times. He hasn't written me back, so I was like, nah. Hey, just want to drink beers on stream right now. What's the hop profile on this? Just want to let you know.
And honestly, I could even use a touch more bitterness in this. Like it's
kind of
really
light. It's too juicy. It's too juicy. It's a juice bomb. Yeah, it's a juice bomb for sure. Yeah,
that's been the trend with hazies. They're getting sweeter, unfortunately. In my
opinion. That's what I want, man. Mortgage lows. Oh, dude, I wish the mortgage was low. I think I bought my house with my APR is like 7.25, but that's subjective. I know. Could you imagine that, Alias? Would you buy like 3.0?
I bought 2.8. Yeah.
Fuck me, man. What'd you buy? What's your APR, Nick?
I was like 4.2.
Okay, that's not bad.
I had to get in now though, man, because when they build that Cubs baseball stadium right down the street, like everything's gonna go up $100,000 as is, but this is gonna like really accelerate.
Yeah, it's gonna blow up pretty fast. Man. Oh yeah.
I was like, dude, I'm here in Knoxville. I don't have to move to Chattanooga or Mobile, Alabama, or anywhere else. Like I could. At the end of the day, like my mortgage is $1,900. I'm paying $1,700 now.
That's not too bad.
It's not too bad, man.
No, that's not too bad at all.
The money at Zool,
especially like I get it. You have like a super high interest rate, but your buy-in wasn't too high. Like you're not like buying a $700,000 house at 7%.
No, hell no. That's a $700,000 house. You better have like a house before that to use to like.
Oh,
or you better have two incomes. There's nobody's buying a $700,000 house as a single person. Nobody that I know. I don't even know if you're making $150,000 a year if you're buying a $700,000
yeah.
But to me, a home's a home. Like you can make it as shitty or cool or whatever as you want it to.
As good as you want it, as bad as you need it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have the office, the green screen. It's all gonna be Chargers, Padres, Tony Gwynn shit frames. You know, I don't know how well you guys noticed my house this time around, but there's nothing hung up. There's no posters. There was like, I want my deposit back. I didn't want to spend any money on like retro video games. I don't want to collect anything. I was like, this place was just like a temporary thing. For me, just to kind of rage quit California. But when I move into this place, like everything I'm going to do is just going to be a YouTube video. How to make a bar, get a jigsaw, how to make a wine rack. Like I'm going to be just fucking turning.
We're getting you a fucking smoker.
A smoker. Let's go, man. I was thinking like, should I build a carport? just the carport ones that have like the slant to it, and you put like the metal on top.
Oh
Nothing too
yeah.
crazy.
Yep. That's not a bad idea.
No, like with parts,
Just so
maybe
you have like
$1,000
covered
bucks.
parking for your truck, or whenever your family comes over and they have a rental car or whatever.
Yeah, my only problem is though, is like how much money do I want to put into this? Because I might want to do the thing where like I live into it for a year and then take
flip
the
it
equity, and then buy another place
Go
and rent it
somewhere
out and then live in that place. There's a lot
I
of
was
people
gonna
that
say
do that out here.
rent it out. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
for
a good
sure,
one.
100%. Todd Porter, man, you can help me out for free whenever you want, man. I'll pay you in shitty PB&J clone. I've got like 4.5 gallons of this left, man. I haven't even touched it.
Do you?
I was wondering why we didn't get any of it.
We drank
He
it
doesn't like
blacked
it.
out.
Yeah, I know,
we
but
We had some for sure.
Oh, you know what? I should have sent some out because I still do have some of those little cans that the brew show turned me on to. My bad on that. I didn't think about that.
Left, though?
What?
You have 4.5 gallons?
I did a 5-gallon batch. The only time I drank it was with you guys, kind of.
Really? Oh my god!
But we were like blitzed that night.
So I thought the whole purpose was
my PB&J tastes like Fruit Snacks Gushers. It tastes like a 7%.
And it's strong, right? Yeah. It's definitely strong. Right?
It's silent but deadly. Yeah, it's sweet as hell, but
Dude.
But there's
We
no.
drank it blacked out.
When you see the video, you can see where I went wrong and went right. But it's just a super sweet fruit punch, alcoholic social sparkler. But you're fucking right. I should have put that in there.
Yeah, I thought the whole point was to compare it to the Zool version.
I just wanted to get you guys the Zool beer, and Olias has never had it, but I mean, it tastes different. One of them actually, Zool definitely tastes like PB&J. Mine just tastes like straight up fruit snacks. It tastes like fruit snacks. Yeah.
I did like the raspberry one the best, in my opinion. The raspberry one was delicious.
Because the raspberry one is actually sour. Everything else is just sweet. They call it a sour. And I remember like Nick took the sip when we first got here. He just looked up. He's like, "This is not a sour." I'm like, "I know it's not." And people think that they are drinking beer because there's no. I'm gonna get fired for making this next YouTube video. There's no legalities to call anything a.
Stop.
Yeah, don't do it. Don't do it.
But all I'm saying is that
it's just not what sours anymore. Even in my area, are going that way too. They should just call them like lacto milkshake
social sparkler.
Something.
Yeah.
But
to call something a sour, there's no legalities. It doesn't have to be like under 3.7 pH. Like you can call anything a sour. You can't do that with wine or beer or whiskey. Like certain things have to be from Kentucky, or Cabernet has to be from this to call it. The BATF just regulates shit way more with other stuff. But sour, you could put it on anything. When people see sour, they don't know that they're drinking hard seltzer.
There is an expectation though.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. Like you put on those, like it says sour, whatever ale, whatever,
gluten-free sour.
Beer.
It's not a beer.
Yeah, like I'm saying, like even sours out here, it'll say raspberry vanilla sour ale or something like that.
It's
like
really good.
there's not even hops in it. So how is it beer?
Goddamn, I wish Olias was drinking the PB&J right now, so he could just know, like I know exactly what you guys are talking about. This is not a sour.
I'll imagine it.
Like,
tomorrow.
What the hell, guys? This is what.
He goes and grabs his Smuckers and squirts it in there.
Yeah.
Got it. That's
I'm
what it is.
drinking a blueberry blonde.
Yeah,
so.
we're not that far off from that idea of just grabbing some Jif and some Smuckers and just shooting it in there. And
blondes are good for fruit. They're kind of neutral. Like they take fruit well.
One of my favorite beers in high school was
like this just tastes like straight up blueberries.
I see it.
Who remembers Pete's Wicked Strawberry Blonde?
Oh, you don't? Are you drinking out of the can? Never mind.
Oh no, I got it in a glass.
Oh wow! I was not expecting that color.
Yeah, I think they definitely used
the blueberries
extract
over the beer and say it's done.
No, they definitely used extract for sure. That's why it's not blue.
You can taste extract. Puree is delicious. Extract is like stingy, perfumey, fakey.
Oh yeah, like it tastes like extract for sure.
What's the worst extract beer you've ever had? I vividly remember mine. You're just like, this is extract. Like this is disgusting grapefruit extract.
All of them.
All of them.
I will say back in the day, I did like Abita Purple Haze. That was like actually one of
Abita.
Yeah, Abita Purple Haze was one of my.
Oh
gateway beers.
yeah, from
New Orleans.
Louisiana.
Yeah, Louisiana.
Yeah.
What's their big beer out there? Like Alligator, Abitigator, something.
I think that's their big beer.
It's a
Purple
playoff.
Haze
Purple
the one
Haze
that's
is their
from,
like one of their
yeah.
top beers, and then I forget what the other one is.
Alligator.
That's the only beer.
Couldn't think of a second, to be honest.
I love New Orleans, man, but their fucking craft beer was so goddamn bad. And I'm sorry if anyone in here is from New Orleans.
I've heard
It's
a lot of
something
people
in
say
the
that.
water. It's
Yeah.
something in the water or something. I mean, it's just a whole different thing.
Isn't Parish good? Like the one
Andy
that they make,
Gator.
There's one good brewery in New Orleans. So my girlfriend took me there 2 years ago for Christmas.
Your girlfriend or your wife? Pick and choose your.
My fiance.
Yeah.
Pick and choose these. Jorge's still hanging out with us. Andy Gator. He knows what's up.
I hate that word, but
What's the one brewery?
I think it's called Perlo. It's or Parlo, Parleau. So they basically make, of course, it's me. They make lagers, barley wines, and big imperial stouts, and they're amazing. They're really, really, really good.
The bummer about those
There's
styles
another-
aren't going to keep a brewery around these days.
I don't know, man. They seem to be pretty packed when I was there.
I hope you're right. I'd love to be wrong. I'm just saying the styles you're talking about is for like the beer drinkers, you know, the 0.01%, you know, the untappers and the homebrewers.
and the barley wines and the big imperial stouts, the turnaround sucks. Like you know, there's so much time invested. Like shit can go wrong. There's a lot of factors, but
Well, they had other stuff, but that's like what they're known for. Like I think they had one hazy, one saison, and like a pale ale or something like that. And that was basically there was like 3 or 4 lagers, the beers I just listed, and then like a barley wine and a big imperial stout.
The Malort monster, the Malort man.
Yeah.
Don't say the Malort's name in vain.
we
Zach
need to get
Pearson,
Zach
what's up,
a
babe, man?
onesie with an M on it.
And a cape. He's gonna wear a cape. Like the Scarlet Letter, but it's an M.
Dude.
The Malort Warlord. Nick,
He's
how you
out.
doing on time over there? It's got to be what?
9:22. I'm good.
Okay, you're
They're
ET.
the same time zone as you guys. You guys are all the same time zone. I'm the only
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, he's actually more east than
Different.
me too. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dustin Hammond, if we don't have the HP4L PB&J video soon, I'm stealing the idea and doing it on myself. No production value. It's coming out next week. It was a stressful month. The video's done. The video's not done. I mean, the beer's done. Paid taxes, bought a house. Family came into town. Homies came into town. And I just need to sit down and do like a hard 30 hours of, you know, sober, gym, edit, sober, gym, edit. But it'll be coming out. Chris Radiation is back. Chris and Nick are the homies out there in Pittsburgh. We did Tampa Bay with each other last March.
Chris.
Chris is the dude.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I see a lot of Angry Chair up here. I didn't know that they were as popular.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, we
Speaking
went
of
there.
which, I heard Chris wants some more Skittles sour.
You know, because we went to Angry Chair at like noon. I was thinking, this place isn't popping that hard. But looking back, I'm like, if you have a brewery that's open at noon and you have all your seats, you got butts in seats by like 12:30. It's a pretty fucking
That's
good
pretty
sign.
damn good.
Yeah,
that's
like
a really damn
we
good
just didn't
sign.
go like Friday night. We just went like right when we woke up, and me and Noam walked over there, met them, and I was like, oh, okay. And the more I was looking around, I was like, yeah, this is actually like probably the best fish sandwich I've had besides Fish 101 and Encinitas. But like, remember that fish sandwich I had where the fillet was like that big?
Yeah, and the dude took care of you, kept on, you were like asking for different sauces, and she's like, I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hooked you up.
Yeah, I had a kettle sour, and it was really good. It was especially good because we went to that shittiest brewery of all time after that.
Yeah.
Three
Was that in
Sons.
Asheville?
No, Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Oh,
We're
damn.
like, this brewery,
Three sisters, three daughters.
three daughters. Like, this fucking beer sucks, man.
Yeah.
What the
Dude.
fuck is going on with this place? And like an hour in, they're like, yeah, actually the head brewer just died in a motorcycle accident. We're like, damn,
Oh,
this beer's pretty good. Yeah, like it's not a bad establishment. Like very nice.
We'll figure
yeah.
ourselves out.
Yeah. We're gonna leave, but
Yeah. One thing I thought was cool was I've seen Berry House on a lot of like Lagerfest and stuff now, so I think that's cool.
Berry House? Or no, I'm sorry, not Berry House, but the one
Barrique, I think.
It was Berry House. It was called Berry House.
Barrie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Sorry.
That place was awesome. Yeah.
The place where we're just like roaming in their brew house with like nobody around.
Yeah.
Yes.
When they had the Lagerfest. Yeah. So their
place was awesome.
So they're doing Notches Festival. They're doing Human Robots. They're doing a whole bunch. Like I've seen their name all over the place. I'm like, cool.
Yeah, like they do primarily lagers, right? Or if not,
it's all lagers. Yeah, it's lagers and guest taps.
That's where I balance like a mug on my head.
That's a good move, man. Like just have a brewery and just do like 4 beers, just nothing crazy, and then you know the other half is just all guest taps, right? You're collabing all the time, you're networking, like you're crossing.
I forgot they did that, by the way. I forgot they had other breweries beer.
Yeah, and
you don't see that too often.
Zool does it, but Zool only does it with like the burials and what's the big one out there in Resonant Culture? Have you guys heard of Resonant Culture in Nashville? It's just like the majority of like hype beer stuff. It's all just networking. It's all like just cool kids club, you know, the Dylan McKays of the craft beer world. And it's funny because Trevor's coming into town in 2 weeks, South O, and he's sent me beer so many times, and the first time he did it, I actually drank it all. I was supposed to give it to the owners of Zool because he's trying to get into Kill the Lights Festival. He sent me like 5 beers. I just crushed him right when I didn't even fucking refrigerate them. But
you had us try one of his beers while we were there.
We had like 20 beers a day. I mean, I have to like the beers that I want you guys to try need to be like the first beers, because after like your 10th beer, like everything's good or really bad. Or there's like a 1% change. Like what is this? Like, what the fuck was this?
Usually your taste buds are so shocked you don't even know what the fuck you're tasting.
100%.
It's just a beer and you're like, all right, cool, whatever.
Let alone wine. Like wine tasting is like red wine is so stringent. Like what's the pH of that? Like after your 4th or 5th rip, like your palate's fried, and you're just going off like ambiance, experience, and customer service, and places that are lively and not dull at that point.
Yeah, like I love Cabernet, but like I have one glass and I got terrible heartburn.
I know, and not only that, but like I get headaches sometimes from red wine. I'm like, this is supposed to happen in the morning. This shouldn't be happening right now. This is happening right now. Like
you're getting your hangover as you're drinking.
Yeah, like I better get it on the front side. If I get 2 of them, I'm gonna be pissed. Like I better get it now, and then in the morning.
Only one and done, maybe.
Yeah,
only one and done.
Yeah, but red wine is like.
It's funny. I started drinking my red wine chilled more, and I enjoy it way more than
I like that.
Room temp.
I like that.
And like they're like, oh, some snobs are like, only white wine should be cold or whatever.
I like it. Kiss my ass.
Red wine is fantastic cold.
Yeah,
I've never thought about that. Later, Shannon. Have a good night, brush.
Yeah.
That's a good. Why isn't wine chilled more?
White wine is. Champagne is.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that like so? Like, is red wine?
Most carbonated drinks you want chilled. Like nobody's gonna ever ask for a warm carbonated drink.
What else do we drink warm?
That's not necessary. Well,
shots.
Put it this way: think about like beer. Like this is my stupid one way to look at it is you warm things up to get complexity and to get nuances, right?
Right.
So if it's something that's like, say, a light lager, like a Miller Lite, whatever, you want it ice cold because you don't want to taste it, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So like, if you want, say, a barrel-aged stout, or you want a barley wine, or say you want like a cask, some kind of English cask beer.
They say to hold it in your hand, kind of get that warmth in it.
Yeah. So
all those flavors can really shine, kind of thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you want it room temperature, but you want it maybe 40, 45 degrees.
Right. Like same idea with cask ales, right?
Right. Yeah. So my opinion is that's why, and I think like I actually used to hate white wine, and I've actually kind of really got into like dry white wine, cold.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it kind of has like a lager thing to it. Like I get notes of like honey and hay and like stuff you would get from like a Pilsner. But you also get like that white grape that you would get from wine. And like I love Nelson hops. It's probably like one of my favorite hops, top 3.
Yeah.
So like whenever I have like a Cab Sauv or not Cab Sauv, what's the white
Pinot
version of
Grigio, Chardonnay.
that? What like a dry Riesling, but it's called something else.
Riesling?
It's called, yeah. So like Riesling's sweet, but there's like a dry version of it.
Dry
I
Riesling?
can't think of what the fuck. I can't think of what the fuck it's called.
Pinot Grigio, Sauvignon Blanc.
That's it. That's it.
Sauvignon Blanc, yeah.
Those are all the
Like that?
that's all the fruit from New Zealand.
Yeah, right. And that makes total sense because it tastes like Nelson.
Marlboro.
Right.
Marlboro, New Zealand.
Yeah.
Kim Crawford.
Like,
Get
so
your
like,
USB stick there, CH.
Yeah, my
so,
douche flute.
so like it tastes
my
like a
robot
New Zealand.
PP.
It tastes like a really strong, fruity New Zealand pills.
Yeah.
And it's
No,
delicious.
absolutely.
That checks out. Yeah. I mean, that checks
And
out.
I think because there's a little bit more some complexity in red wines, that's why they like mostly serve them much warmer than they would serve white wines. But I've noticed that like when I chill them, I get more of that brightness, that citrus that pops out rather than some of that earthy darkness. And I'm like, okay, that's how I kind of like to have it anyways. So
Right. It's one of those things. Drink what you like, man.
exactly. Absolutely.
You guys brought up a good.
Absolutely.
You guys brought up a good point too. Like, why is there only 10 styles of wine, and there's like already like 100 styles of beer? Like, if you think of wine, there's only like
One ton of wine styles. They're just like you don't see them in the stores much. It's all regional. Like it's even more like bougie than beer.
Even with beer, right? There's technically 99 styles of beer, right?
that's
Like,
too
you're not
many,
saying
man.
99.
I think more than that. It's like
There's too
in the
many.
120s.
Oh yeah. But like
So expand, too.
BJCP when fucking who you gonna call it? Martin was doing each one, right? Like
Yeah, but how many of
At
those
that
are
time,
so
there was 99.
similar? Yeah.
Well,
right.
that's
And
the thing,
so
though. Go to wine though. How much is it the same shit? Only like growing like fruit in a different region. It's
Well,
the same thing.
that's mainly what it is, right? Because
Yeah.
It's marketing.
wine is
it's all
very
marketing,
limited
yeah.
to its grapes, where
Right.
beer is limited to your imagination.
To the most part, but it's like a lot of the terroir things that they talk about from wine is like, okay, like for say, I hate to keep using Pilsner, but Pilsner is like one of the oldest styles and super easy to compare. Like,
Yeah.
so say, what's the difference between like German and Czech Pilsner beside like ingredients wise, right?
Location,
Check.
yeah.
Yeah, it's location. German Pils is going to be
True.
Weizen, German Pils malt, German hops like
Hops, yeah.
Fettinger, Hallertau, whatever.
Yeast
and
from
probably-
Germany, right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, like Weihenstephaner yeast, like 3470, something like that. Okay, so what's Czech Pilsner? It's Czech grown malt, sauce hops that's grown in Czech,
Yeah.
and probably Urkel yeast.
Yeah, yeah.
No, there's other things in there with water and everything else, but like it's basically the same beer minus that.
Do you see my question, Nick? Like, what's an Italian
No,
Pilsner? In my, I haven't looked into it, but all I know it's dry hopped lagers. It's hobby lager. It doesn't mean that
That makes
anything's
sense.
from.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean that anything's from Italy. Like the
No, so Italian Pilsner is basically a German Pils dry hop. But I mean that's a
or
very,
a Czech Pils. What is Saaz?
no,
Where are they from?
No,
Germany.
so it's not from Czech,
Doesn't check.
but
Oh, I think
an Italian Pils is definitely more German because of the water. It's much more minerally.
Oh yes,
It's
I
more
saw
bitter.
it.
Yeah.
Sniper in the tower. I mean, at the end of the day, man, like what it comes down to, like this whole peanut butter and jelly thing, like fucked me up. Like the whole mind fuck of it is like, if it's got value, it's got value. Like it comes down to like, I drink Coke Zero all day. I don't care what's inside of it. I don't want to know what's inside of it. Like you like it or you don't, you buy it or you don't, you know, like everyone's trying to come up with a new thing, the carrot under the nose, the next light bulb to go off. And, you know, I've been so wrong and never like, I thought the next beer trend was going to be like a coffee thing or something. Like PBR did a coffee thing. I thought it was going to take off. Do you guys ever have the PBR coffee beer?
Yeah.
Like a peanut butter and jelly thing, like I would have never put money on that. Never put money on that. And it's
Yeah, I didn't see that. I saw alcoholic coffee come in, That's still that didn't blow
Like
up as much as I
carbonated?
thought it was gonna be.
It didn't. No, I was wrong about that. Yeah.
The
I
iced
think
tea thing is
Hancock's
really
over
starting to blow up.
Iced tea is a good thing. You know,
Dude, I love me some Twisted Teas.
Seagram's has a brand. Yeah.
Twisted Teas and Plan Bs, baby. Let's go.
Twisted Teas and Plan Bs.
Actually have that shirt.
I mean, dude, we do a beer at Zool called Zoolade. It's straight up fruit punch. It tastes nothing.
I had that last time I was there.
It tastes nothing like it.
Dude,
It tastes like fruit punch with
dangerous.
alcohol. It's just fruit punch.
That is dangerous.
Doesn't taste like alcohol at all. And someone's gonna, I'm surprised that.
I would not be happy to get like super hammered on that and have to boot after drinking that. That's gonna be like
you'll drink 10
that
of those
would
without even thinking
hurt.
about it. What do you guys
I
think?
also think that like all that sugar content's going to make you feel terrible the next day.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yeah, the hangover.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys think when Budweiser, like, let's go back to this conversation, Nick, we talked about this. Like, you're saying if Budweiser were to buy a brewery in Pittsburgh, it'd probably be Dancing Gnome. If Budweiser were to buy a brewery in Austin, it'd probably be what? Jester King?
No, they'd probably buy Austin Beer Works.
Austin Beer Works?
They have such a huge distribution already. They have really good presence. They're really well known. It'd be easy for them to like. It would be probably one of the most expensive breweries to buy.
Do they have multiple
Jester
tasting
King-
rooms?
No, there's only brewery that I think has multiple tasting rooms
Brewery
now
Mountain.
in Austin is Lazarus.
Oh, they got
Because
more.
they recently opened up a second location, a little bit closer to me, and it's actually like really central to me and my friends kind of thing. And so I've been wanting to go out there for a bit. It's and I've heard really good things, like the food they have on they have more food at that location too. And it's apparently really good too. So I really want to check it out and go out there.
You think? But these breweries we're talking about that are killing it, like Budweiser has to be knocking on their doors. They have to be being like, they have to be reaching out.
So I don't know if Jester King is killing it really.
Because they
Right,
correct. That's a good point. All we don't know. Like they could be shitting debt. They could be Enron.
Like,
they
I
could be
don't-
like stretched.
They could be in
Yeah.
a lot of stress, and
Right.
I've heard
Because,
some
like-
things about Jester King actually. Like I said, I hate to use Reddit as an example, but there's a lot of brewers who talk on certain channels, and they said they were struggling a little while back.
The guys that get fired and just
they're
air all
not
their
really
shit
killing it
out
as
on
much as
Reddit.
people think. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like I said, you don't take it as gospel, but I'm sure there's
It's
something
there.
to it.
Yeah. And if there's a guy, if you have a disgruntled employee that got fired and it's personal, he's probably gonna have some pretty good information on like.
because now
his
there's a
past
bunch
employer.
of like Jester King used to be the only brewer out west that way. Now there's 12 Fox Brewing, Fitzu Brewing. There's a few distilleries out there. So there's a lot of more like traffic for alcohol out there. And like they haven't really done anything to their location like to make it any better.
It's like a farm, right? It's more like
It is like a farm. It's
Outside.
literally like a
Right.
brewery on top of a farm. And that's about it.
kind of like a treehouse vibe. I would imagine. I haven't been to either.
It's not as nice as Treehouse.
It's not as
I haven't been to
Treehouse
Jester
is,
King, but I will say it's not like Trio.
It's not-
no,
Yeah.
Treehouse is way, way nicer. There's actually things to do. All there is really
got a
to do
golf
is
course.
just look at fucking goats. That's it.
Yeah. See the
What is
goat.
going on,
we got some
guys?
goats.
We have a special moment today because today what we're going to be doing is trying King Cobra for the first time. No, I'm kidding.
All right, hold on a second too. There's something I want to air out on this shit too.
Am I talking too much shit?
All these clean calls of him picking out between Bud Miller and Coors.
I don't know how people sit through this shit.
I don't know, man. I don't buy it.
Well, here's what I want him to do.
I've done that myself a couple times.
We
I've
could
done it. It's hard, man. It is super fucking hard.
we could do
Me and my
sketch comedy
friends
on
want
it.
to
though.
do that. Like,
It's got
blind
hints of
taste test.
it's got hints of welfare and Coinstar.
It's got
vouchers.
hints of.
It's got
It's got
a
hints of
trailer
beating my
park
wife.
on my near future. I got hints of trailer park on the horizon.
Don't you get that? You don't get it?
I drank 6. Now I see a life bar over my wife's head.
Yeah, it's got hints of
bar.
liking. It's got hints of liking your ex-girlfriend's Instagram post from 4 years back. Yes, like, no, he just cracks me up. But I talked to Steve about it a little bit. He just like he cut out Steve's like, I don't know. He only wanted to talk about Treehouse if because Apartment Brewer was there, and it was like, hey man, like he doesn't. If you're on his time, you're talking about Treehouse. He doesn't care about what you're bringing to the table. Does that make sense? Like he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't want to hear anything
right.
about,
I mean, and that's fair, right? It's
but
his
honestly,
channel,
yeah, and honestly too, like who knows, like a 39-year-old guy that's like the next Kent Grossman, like or the next Greg Koch from Stone. It's like this guy lives in a world of like he could do whatever he wants all the time. Like it's going to change you. It's going to change anybody. It would have to.
Sure, yeah.
I think it was super cool that he would allow Steve to be there in person.
I agree with that.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yes.
No, he could have. I don't care how close you are. You're not coming here.
But I also think that he can only do damage with his YouTube channel. Like, what is it going to really do? If you come off as like this pretentious country club guy, it's just going to rub people like the blue collar people maybe the wrong way. Like Treehouse doesn't need people know what Treehouse is at this point. Like people, or you should. Like I just I don't know what like a beer review guy thing does to a brand like Treehouse. I don't think people watch the videos and be like, damn, I got to go to Treehouse now. Like I just don't know. I don't know. I mean. Self-expression. Yeah, he doesn't need money. He's not. Yeah.
If I can say something real quick, what I would hope from his channel is to bridge the gap between homebrewer and professional, and talk more about like the ins and outs.
Fucking recipe and what to buy and what to start out with, like
techniques, process, how to evaluate ingredients, like that type of thing. Like you said, how to taste water doesn't really help anybody.
Exactly. And what I want to see from his channel, or what I want to see from Greg Koch's channel, or anybody who's got a YouTube channel, because most breweries that have YouTube channels, they're just like whack. Like they don't know what they're doing. They just put out like you could be the biggest brand of all time, and then they dump like 10 grand into a videographer, and this video gets like 2,500 views, and then they wait like 5 years to put out another video. I want to know what it's like if they could go back and do it all over again. Because these guys have dealt with like trials and tribulations like we would never understand. Like buying your partner out to avoid a lawsuit, or you do both want to double down. Like when did you actually quit your day job and actually like gamble? I want to know those videos.
This. Yeah.
That's the videos. I don't give a fuck if you're drinking fucking Mickey's. Like get the fuck out of here. Mind-blowing content today. We together are going to share this moment of me and you drinking Coors Light. It's like, what?
Well, my thing is like, yeah. So what I thought happened in that was, like, when I saw they start a YouTube channel, I'm like, okay, like you have so much money, like you're not doing this for money, right? Like
my narcissist.
And I could be wrong.
Correct.
But like,
yeah.
But here's the thing with it is like whenever I saw him doing like the picking out beers, whether it be like the island beer, the Caribbean beers, the Miller Coors, whatever, I'm thinking like, okay, like he realizes the demographic, like you've talked about this stage about how there's not much more, like there's a very low ceiling for the homebrewing community.
There's only a certain amount of content you can do before you're just repeating yourself. Yeah.
Out like, someone who's just searching beer in YouTube.
Right.
Like, okay, well maybe I can get a new customer base from this guy, and most of the time he should be smart enough to know those people don't give a shit about that.
True.
Like, and that's the only thing I can think of. Other than that, unless it just like, I don't know, like strokes them. I don't know what other reason there is.
He plays it pretty conservative. If I had a golf course and food, I'd be getting crazy. Like, hey, drink 6 beers and who can like drive it the farthest, but like I don't think he would do that video. But that's the videos that I want to see, like a Happy Gilmore driving range video, like who can just get blacked out.
Awesome.
That'd be fucking awesome. Drinking and driving. I'd call it drinking and driving. That'd be the title. Like what? I'd click on it like a motherfucker. I just gave him a good idea. If it comes out tomorrow, I'm gonna be pissed as hell. I'm gonna send him some of my shitty.
I'm fucking taking that. I'm going to the driving range.
Drinking and driving.
Like, all right, we're going drinking and driving, baby.
First annual, yeah. And
Just started hitting golf, just smashing golf balls.
not only
Yeah,
that,
you know what? Who would be mom? Oh,
But-
mom.
but-
Mom's against like drunk driving. Whatever. Would,
Mom's
like, you know,
drunk
yeah,
driving.
yeah,
But
would
not-
totally come out against that.
but Treehouse probably has connections where they could probably get in, not like PGA Tour guys, but get in like real good golfers that could slap the shit out of it like 350 yards and be like, yeah, I'm watching this. And he's got the production where he could get the ball in the air, get the guy on the green, like shoot it
get
from all
Bryson
angles.
Dish and Bo on there.
Let's
and
fucking
just-
go.
All right, chug 6 beers and let's see how far you can finally hit it.
100%. Yeah.
The problem is you only get 2 drain tickets there, though.
Oh, he's got to go against his own policy.
Yeah.
And what we're
So that's
saying
not
right now
good.
is a good idea. This would probably freak the fucking shit out of him. He would shut this idea down so fast.
That's not his MO.
No.
Yeah, you do have a point for in bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, does he have a place to hit golf balls anyways? That is.
He's got a golf
He's
course.
got a
He owns a golf course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He owns a lot of shit. He owns a.
Well, at the golf course, you can drink more than 2 beers, right?
yeah.
have no idea.
Yeah. How does that work?
I have no clue.
Watch me.
So I'm like, ain't
watch
nobody
me.
playing golf at a place where you can
Yeah.
only drink.
Well,
2
watch
drinks.
me try to get held do a 2-drink.
Yeah,
like
I'm already sneaking alcohol in places that don't restrict.
yeah.
me.
Are we gonna deny the cart girl a ton of
think
money
that's-
for my dumbass?
I'm trying to think where that is. I think it's Tewksbury. I'm not really sure where that is in relation to the rest of Massachusetts, but
I know it's Cape Cod, Woodstock, Tewksbury. He's got like 6 on the horizon. Yeah.
yeah, there's he has a farm / like cidery in Connecticut. I think he's opening up another spot in New York, Rochester, maybe.
Yeah, I don't think he's shitting debt. I think that's all for real money. I think that he could probably have any
Well, they're
investor
killing
like
it.
that.
Yeah, and
you
by
know?
the way, I just want to say, like, you know, they deserve it. Like the hard work and like they have
Hey,
a
man.
great brand. Like
I'll say it once. I'll say it before. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Like that dude fucking rips as a brand.
dude,
It
hell
just
yeah.
it just rips. Whatever I think about his YouTube channel, everyone wants to drink alcohol and talk about it for 10 minutes. It's not for me. That's my problem. I don't click on it. But like that dude is the American dream. Like that dude
For sure.
fucking rips.
Yeah.
For sure.
Probably started a cult.
And it's such
Well, there are Treehouse Bros, so you know there's that.
Oh yeah.
oh for sure. Oh
Yeah.
there's like that's the video
He is
I'm
the
kind of
chosen
making.
one.
Yeah, like the did you guys watch Tanglefoot's video about like why craft beer is dying? It's just because it's not cool anymore. It's like that's true for like 70% of breweries. Like the 15% that are kind of on the cusp between becoming the localized and the hype brewery, the breweries on top are straight up fucking peeling away. Like the rich stay rich, just like there's going to be breweries collabing with like Ray-Ban or like bikini companies soon or Versace, like or sell their beer in Zoomies. Like there's breweries that can put out merch, anything in beer, wee heavies or what we talked about earlier, stouts, barrel aged stuff that'll sell out just because like it's fucking cool. It's the Supreme T-shirt. The Supreme T-shirt. All T-shirts are made in China.
Yeah.
They're all cotton. Why are kids buying $60 Supreme T-shirts? Because it's got fucking value. It's cool.
Yeah. Like, well, Chris already said
Is
brand.
that quote unquote clout as they call it
Clout,
these days?
sure, yeah, or value, yeah.
There's a brewery out here that like they have a lottery for barrel aged like literal 12-ounce beers.
What do you
And they
mean a
go for
lottery?
That's been a thing
A
for
lot
a while.
like
You win one beer?
Yeah,
No.
for one beer.
You have to
it's
be
kind of like
lucky
a
enough
raffle
be
to
able
like
buy
win a
the
beer.
Yes,
Dude,
It's good.
oh, I love
Yeah,
that
And it's
notion.
not. Is it? Do you win the beer or do you win the right to buy the beer?
You win the right to buy a beer.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
win the right to still pay for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
You are. you
So-
should be so lucky, my friend.
Pretentious
Yeah.
IPA. Pretentious IPA.
And it's $40 for a 12-ounce bottle.
Of what?
It's insane. Yeah, yeah.
Whew.
Stout.
That's
Or-
even more than fucking 120 minute
And they dip
IPA
it-
from
Dogfish?
which Dogfish.
Doghead?
Yeah.
And then they dip the beer in the melted candle wax and make it look
The
like
wax, yeah,
Maker's
so you
Mark.
got
There you go.
rough
And then
time
on-
opening the piece
and then
of
on,
shit.
yeah, and then on the back they write in handwriting, not computers, 1 of 500. So it really fucking like I could do that. I've got a number 2 pencil right here. Like you want to draw some shit on your beer?
I got a Sharpies.
Yeah,
laying
while I'm
around
at it, I'll
somewhere.
give you a little Stussy sign from the 90s. I'm pretty good at those too.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know, I've fallen for that a couple times. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Like,
it was a
yeah.
thing. It was a thing in San Diego, and then like all of a sudden it was like not. I was working at Culture, and they did the stout release, like the anniversary thing, and like 1 year it was just like, why do we still have 500 cases left? Like it just didn't work. Like like we can give these things away because
nobody wanted to buy it.
Yeah, it was like
these bottles are the only place I know like that around here that like I thought like it was gonna pop. Like it's still like 10 years later lottery. It's
wild,
crazy.
man. And shout out to
That's
them.
wild.
Shout out to them, man. If you have people in 2024, if you have people waiting in line or people doing shit like this, you're the smartest guy in town. You're the
If you got
smartest guy
something
in the
that
room.
works, yeah, that's awesome.
Right.
Yeah.
Good on you,
And
mate.
honestly,
Good on you.
honestly, it's the only thing keeping them afloat, and I'm not going to name them because the rest of their beer is garbage, in my opinion.
Which state? Pittsburgh,
Pennsylvania.
PA.
Pennsylvania.
It's Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Oh, damn, now I want to know more.
I can message you guys in the group chat what
Oh
brewery
yeah,
it
okay,
is.
it sounds good.
Dude, it's
It's all shit
like-
behind the scenes. I'm like,
yeah.
It's a trophy,
But-
man.
but- and I will
It's
say
a wine
these-
bottle.
I will say these beers are good. They're exceptional. They are very good. But I don't understand how you could make this beer so exceptional and can't make just a normal
A
pale ale.
normal pale, yeah.
because people don't care about what's in it. They just want that label. They want that shit that they can show off. They want that word of mouth that like I could put it on my fireplace. I got it,
Right.
and it was. You
But
can't.
from someone who's semi decent at sensory stuff, like it's pretty exceptional the barrel aged stuff they do. So I
are
don't
they known for
understand-
their
I mean,
hazies?
No.
Okay, all right.
It's funny, like every time you say like Pittsburgh and Pennsylvania and stuff like that, I keep thinking of the scene from that It's Always in Philly
Always
where
Sunny.
Charlie's like, did you know
Yeah.
Pittsburgh is another place?
That's how
And-
Californians think. That's how I
and
thought.
Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Did you know Pennsylvania exists? And they're like,
There's three of them. There's three P's. There's Pittsburgh,
There's
Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
And they're all in the same state. Yeah, it's weird. I thought it was all the same place too. 100%.
No, I'm Philly's 6 hours away. People don't
I
realize
know that, but Californians
wait,
are
really?
idiots.
From you?
Yeah.
Everyone from
Yeah.
California is a fucking idiot.
It took me 6 hours to get there from Rhode Island. What the fuck?
Maybe I'm just the idiot. Great
Are you
notion
kidding
rips,
me?
man.
Wait,
Silverhammer, what's up, Raj?
Yeah.
how? Wait,
How does that work?
I didn't think. There's no
I
way
mean,
Pennsylvania is that
Is
big.
it back roads the whole way, or like what are we doing?
Well, turnpike the whole way.
Whoa.
Nick,
Yeah,
I
who's
guess
your
you guys
team?
don't really have like big freeways though.
You have
we
to.
do.
You have to.
Yeah. Like turnpike's turnpike. We have
Turnpike's
turnpike.
bullshit.
That's how we get
All
there.
else
But we
is
have
ripped.
like
Like
we have,
I'm talking about like Texas-sized freeways.
Nothing's
my
as
bad.
big as Texas. Nothing's like Texas.
we have I-70, I-80, and I-90.
And it still takes you 6 hours.
You probably got the
Yeah,
75.
With no
too.
traffic?
Insane.
No, 75 goes to like
I did not
Cincinnati.
realize Pennsylvania was that big.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you going like east and west before you go south? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Pennsylvania is a stick.
Like to be fair, like we are going pretty like much across. Like I'm about 40 minutes from the Ohio line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
going from north,
Philly's pretty
say
much
if you were to go from
New Jersey.
the northern part of Pennsylvania to the southern part,
not quite the north, I'd say like
but
middle
let's say if
west.
you were to go a straight line from top to down, that would be no
4
more than
hours.
like an hour or two, right?
No. North to south, no, probably
That's
close
it's,
to
like,
3.
it's probably like Tennessee. I
Closer to
actually
what?
have no idea what I'm talking about. Again, what was the
You
answer?
keep breaking up. Sorry.
Yeah,
From north to south, probably 2.5, 3 hours.
that's Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah, it's Tennessee. Yeah.
Wow, that is
So if
way
you-
bigger than I thought it was.
Later, Wade. Have a good night, Raj. Cheers. Thanks for subscribing,
If you went
Raj.
to, like, if you went to like Erie, which is just like south of Niagara Falls,
Yeah.
if you went from like there to the bottom of the state, which would be like like Uniontown, like right by Morgantown, West Virginia, there, it's probably about 2.5, 3 hours.
Chris Radiation just scared the shit out of me. That's Chris
Oh.
Radiation in there. He just scared the living shit out of me.
Your house is over.
Three Daughters
Ain't really
Brewing.
here.
Three Daughters Brewing. Shout out to Chris Radiation, man. Thank you so
That
much,
was
man.
like the place in Tampa, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was the place we all got 4 different beers. We all took one sip and looked at each other. We're like,
This is bad.
well, it was also like you get a free sandwich with every beer. And we're like, if your beer is good, you don't have to give away free lunches. You know, you don't have to give
And
someone
every sandwich.
You're devaluing your product, you know, unless you're really going for that Walmart Sunday crowd, you know, unless you're really going for that Buc-ee's gas station vibe. Hey, much love, Chris. Thank you. I'm broke as fuck. I appreciate that. I just bought a house.
Buc-ee's is good, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Buc-ee's is good,
yeah.
but the day that we went in there, we were like explosively hungover, and it was it was a Saturday morning. There was like 1,000 people in there. We're just like,
When did we go? Did I take you guys to Buc-ee's?
No, we went when we went to Asheville.
Went to
it was like
Asheville.
midway.
Oh,
but all the Buc-ee's are in Texas and in Florida. There's only a couple in Tennessee.
Gotcha.
All the
That was
Buc-ee's,
an experience, man.
yeah, you got to be like sober and on a Tuesday there, or else you're just like,
Yeah, there's so many people. It's so
Well, I
many
feel like it
people.
was an amusement park.
I brought up the term, and then
Was
we
it like
started
a
using
huge?
it.
Was it like a huge one where there's like you can buy
Yeah,
anything
it's
and
like a
everything
Walmart.
there?
well, all is, you know that at least out here, every Buc-ee's that they build is bigger than the last one. That's their kind of motto.
Oh, that's their rule. Yeah,
That's their rule. Yeah, I don't know if it's like
Yeah, so it was probably a fucking massive one.
yeah.
I brought these guys. I like had a drink. I'm like looking for somebody to take my money. Like it was a challenge to like give them my money so I could take the drink. You know,
I'm gonna drink 10
No.
beers. I'm gonna dedicate
what's
it to
stopping
Chris
people from
Radiation,
just like
too.
walking out? And how would they even know? Like, there's so many. It's
There's
like
security.
I don't think
well,
they
at least
care.
in Texas, we have security guards.
I don't think they
Dude.
care.
Yeah, they make so much money. that, Like you walking out with
Yeah.
one sandwich, they're not gonna give a shit.
Not only that, but if I was working there and someone was stealing the fucking Fort Knox prison vault or the gold vault and all the money, I wouldn't give a fuck. I'm not getting paid more. What am I gonna do? Like stop you and like try to be a hero? Like I don't give a fuck. I'm making like 20.
Yeah, you're not gonna get any money for it.
I'd be the third base
Yeah.
coach cheering you on to get into your van.
Yeah, it's like I make minimum wage.
Create a
almost.
distraction for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you get beaver nuggets?
I got a brisket
No, I
burrito and I got a chicken burrito. It was fire. It was. I mean, it was good
I
enough,
love
yeah.
their. I don't know if you guys will get it, but like the Texas Philly cheesesteak burrito. Oh, it is so good.
Do you have one in Austin? I thought you had to go a little bit east in Texas.
You have to go a bit east, but like anytime I'm on a road trip to like either San Antonio or Dallas or Houston, I'll always stop. There's always one on the route.
Are they from Florida or from Texas? Because you guys have
Texas.
there-
Buc-ee's is originally from Texas.
I mean, dude, that is so like. If that was even in California, man, that you'd have like a riot. Like it'd be like the woke mob, just like what the fuck, man. You could buy like
Really?
a Buc-ee's t-shirt, a deer.
I got a
you could-
picture with the Buc-ee, some guy in a Buc-ee beaver costume.
I don't know. I don't think it's cool to be woke. I don't think it's as cool to be as woke as it used to be. But like Buc-ee's, yeehaw, like that wouldn't work in like San Diego. People would be like,
Really?
oh.
Like why would
no.
people hate on Buc-ee's in California?
First
Because
off,
it's
they
too
wouldn't be able to pay-
southern. It's too hillbilly. It's too like America. You know,
It's
like
from the South. Like what do you?
that's what I'm saying.
also a-
That's what I'm talking
It's
about.
also a square mile, so they couldn't afford to build in San
Yeah,
Diego.
they couldn't afford-
True. No, but like like I was thinking
all
about
the
that.
gas stations. They would be like, why aren't these all electrical plugs?
Oh, for
Speaking
sure.
of
Yeah.
that,
Yeah.
Speaking of that, Nick was like, "Dude, there's like 100 gas pumps."
Yeah.
There's probably
Yeah.
more. And the thing about
And
that,
what's crazy
Yeah, they
is
need-
you'll
they need
go and there's
100
sometimes a
parking
line
stations.
for a gas pump.
dude,
I'm like,
Really?
how
They-
can you have 100 gas pumps and you still have to fucking wait in line?
they're
God damn.
they're making more money than my ass. Those managers of the gas station attendants, they make like
Oh,
$80,000
did you?
a year.
They literally post how much
Yeah.
you can make as an employee
Yeah,
there,
yeah.
and managers are making 6 figures, and I'm like,
For
I
sure.
have the wrong fucking job.
Yeah, that's another reason they never go into California because you have to pay them fucking
Oh, it'd be
30% more.
expensive.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
what you can afford to labor. Yeah.
I'll have a
That's
$40
the other
burrito.
thing too, like that you're like managing a
Easy.
Walmart.
2 easy payments of a burrito. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
How'd you know it was easy?
We-
How do you know it's easy? Why you call it
we
easy?
take Clarify.
Payments
You
are
can
tough as
finance
shit.
this burrito out.
Yeah. Yeah, and like gas in California, it's $7 a gallon. It takes way more longer to get it
$7.
out.
Ah,
Yeah.
I just paid $3.29 a gallon, and I was like, this fucking sucks.
That was
Dude,
what
I would-
sold me on
I would kill
Asheville.
for $3.29.
Cheers,
I
y'all.
would kill for $3.29.
Don't tell the military that; they'll love to hear that.
They'll
They'll be like, you can sign up right here.
a tank of gas lasts me a month in Knoxville, so I can't really complain about gas prices.
tank of gas lasts me about a week.
A week, yeah.
My truck, yeah.
San Diego, it's about a week, yeah.
Especially because like I
Yeah.
drive 20 minutes to work all highway, and then
Well,
some
at least you
days I
got
get
highway.
traffic.
At least you're on the overdrive. At least you're in sixth
Yeah,
gear.
since I started working at home, it's been a lot better. But I got a 36-gallon tank, so that doesn't help.
Yeah,
That in California is $200 to fill up.
It's about $130 here.
and what's crazy, some pumps like they'll cut off at $99, and so you have to restart
Really?
again. Oh yeah.
Why? Because they think you're like filling up for like a jet or like a tank or something. Why would they care? Why would there be a threshold?
I think some of their processing systems just can't handle like.
There might be like a leak or something. They might think, I don't know.
Yeah, they want to make sure, or they're just thinking like, just be like, nope, you shut off at $100, restart again. You shouldn't need more than $100 to fill up your tank, and it's like, well, with these prices, let me tell you what.
What state has the cheapest gas? It's got to be like New Orleans, right? Or
It'd be Texas or Florida.
Isn't there a bunch of drilling out there on the Gulf Coast though, right around New Orleans?
Yeah, Texas. So Houston's cheaper than Austin. San Antonio and Houston are the cheapest, I think, in Texas. Maybe Beaumont, because they're right by Galveston, where the oil comes in and then is refined out in East Texas.
Okay, California's cheap right now. It's only 5 gallons and 50 cents. When I left California 2 years ago, I just had my 2-year anniversary in Knoxville. It was straight up $7, and everybody put that Biden sticker on the thing.
Almost like COVID time, yeah.
A little bit after COVID, yeah. That was a big part of me leaving as well. But on the low, nothing's in the 2s right now.
I remember when we had gas in the 2s.
Why is Minnesota cheap?
Like low 2s.
Oregon's expensive as fuck. Oregon, Washington are expensive as fuck.
Yeah, anything West Coast is always going to be expensive as well.
What about Hawaii? Hawaii is cheaper than California. How does that make sense? Because they've got their own shit out there?
Yeah.
What about Alaska?
Alaska's not too bad because they have oil refineries out there too.
Okay, so California's in the 5s, and California is the only one in the because California has that $1+ state or gas tax.
You get
no one
tax.
can explain. It's not state tax. They have a gas tax. That they're like, well,
Well,
where does it come from?
That's the only
like,
state has to get that tax, so I call it California state tax.
That's wild.
California taxes a lot of things that people don't realize.
I know.
If you see your like grocery store breakdown, you'll be like, "There's a California fee on there." It's like, wait, what?
No, not only that, because my dad, he didn't give me any money for my house, but he co-signed. I had a whole thing. So Sean, I was going to pay him $5,000 to co-sign because he's been a W-2 employee for 2 years. He's been in a couple of my YouTube videos. He works at MOB. He's like, yeah, I'll co-sign for you. I was like, okay, I'll give you $2,500 now and then $2,500 in a year when I put it in my name and I refinance. He's like, deal. He hasn't paid his taxes in 2 years. Like, you can't really co-sign. Yeah, like
you can't do that.
You can't do that. So I hit him and it was going to create tension between me and my dad because, like, your dad should have your back. Like, I've never asked my dad for money. This is just a bond. This is like
right. You're using his like
finances as a bond. That like I'll have my shit together for a year.
Yeah, like when I bought my first car, my mom co-signed on it.
Yeah,
she didn't spend any money, but she like. It's like, hey, his credit is good because if anything happens, I'm here.
100%. Yeah. And my dad's like, what's like your property tax? There it is. He's going in for the Italian Pilsner. My man, top right. Let's go.
Here we go.
And my dad's like, well, you're buying a house. Can you even afford like property tax? I'm like, property tax out here is like $50 a month. Like property tax in California is like $7,000 a year. You know, it's like
that's not bad at all, dude.
Yeah, so
it's pretty bad here too.
Well, you play that game of like, well, let's buy now because the interest rates are high, but the market's going to go up. But if the interest rates are high and the market, my house is $250,000, but in a year from now the interest rates are low and my house is $350,000, you have to pay more property tax now. You have to pay like 1% of that. So like, if you like it and afford it, just fucking buy the house. That was kind of my mentality.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? There's always like a give or take.
I always tell this like.
Sorry, I'm getting a little loosey goosey, Nick.
When it comes to like buying houses and properties and stuff like that, there's always going to be there's usually a good time and not so good time. It always happens.
There's some him
But
and
the
some
thing is, like,
haw. Yeah.
there's some times where it's like, maybe this isn't the best time to buy this house, but it's not a bad time to buy a house, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, if you're going to go higher price, all right, wait for interest rates to come down. If you're going to go with a mid house, then go at it. Like I